coming, FDMG is coming, FDMG is coming, is coming. FDMG is coming, FDMG is coming, FDMG is coming, is coming, it's 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 coming, oh, it's coming. FDMG is coming, FDMG is coming. Thought his personality be twerking, it's twerking.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Hope you all doing all right. Shout out to everyone inside the Cookie Crush chat. We got a bit to get into, but we're really getting revved up for our marathon this weekend on Saturday. So I want to welcome everyone into this live stream, but I also want to encourage you to come on back on Saturday because that will be the 7-year anniversary of Umar Johnson acquiring these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. 7 years. And not one black child's been educated. Not one room has been renovated through to completion. And back in the day, Umar Johnson stated that this is a 3-phase project. Number 1 was acquisition. That's acquiring the abandoned buildings. Number 2 was restoration or renovation. That's where the buildings are renovated in preparation for the 3rd phase, which is operations. Umar's been stuck on renovations now for almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years and 2 days. Another way of looking at this is that it took Umar Johnson from the time that he posted on his Facebook page in January of 2010, it took him 9 years to acquire these abandoned buildings. And now here we are 7 years later since acquiring these abandoned buildings, and its renovation process, which Umar claims was completed back in 2023, August 11th of 2023. But then he said it was completed in January of 2026. And now he's playing games as if renovations are complete today. Okay, I guarantee you they're not. Now we're going to be watching the 2nd and 3rd video of Umar Johnson's most recent update videos dealing with FDMG. And then on Saturday, he's supposed to be going live. He may not, because he lies a lot. He's supposed to be going live on Saturday to give this major FDMG update. And if he does, we'll cover that during the marathon. If he does not, that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to be reviewing 3 videos from 2019. The FDMG school announcement video where Umar announces that he acquired these abandoned buildings. We'll also take a look at the outside tour that he gave. And then we'll also take a look at the school promo video. All right, so we have plenty to get into, and I'll pull up other stuff too as well. Shout out to everyone inside the Cookie Crush chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning on. We've had a fantastic week. I must say, already the first video that we did, it got 23,000 views. The video from yesterday is already at 17,000 views, and we'll be back again. I don't plan on live streaming tomorrow, but we'll be back again on Saturday with a major marathon. All right, I want to show this before we get going here, just to put everything in context. This is what Umar posted back in the day, January 6th of 2010. This is 16 years ago. Promises in 2010 to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Pan African School for Black Boys, specializing in learning disabilities and disruptive behavior disorders. This will be a private school, and yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. The grand opening was set for September 11th, 2013. This is Chestnut Checkers. All right, it's February 5th of 2026, and the school is still not open. All right, this goes to show you how long this has been going on with no end in sight, because after Umar finishes these renovations at some point, the next phase is operations, and there's a whole lot that he has to do to get everything ready for operations, including having faculty and staff, students, insurances, all types of things need to happen. All right, Yeah, someone said check my batteries. Yeah, the batteries are good, and I will check them throughout the live stream. yesterday, my batteries ran out, and I was running my mouth. People said it was like 20 minutes. It was like 7 minutes. I looked at it. Yeah, I need to adjust my my lighting. It's not close enough. I think maybe I actually turned that knob down just a little bit. Let me just check this real quick, then we'll get going here. Thanks, James, for the super chat and also for the reminder. Yeah, people are like you. Well, it happens from time to time. Okay. Well, hopefully that helps out just a little bit more right there. I can adjust to in my settings on the actual webcam. Okay, everyone. Thanks again for tuning on in. Let's get going because I want to try to get through this as quickly as possible and then get reset for the weekend. Daxter says room 130, Jermaine. Yeah, we've been talking about that. Someone also said only one room been renovated. 130. Yeah. Thank you, Daxter, and thank you, user 225, and then also thank you, James. It's been a fascinating. 2025 was fascinating, and already in 2026, it's been remarkable. So we'll continue to progress in this Umar Johnson saga, and we have a whole lot to get into moving forward. Okay. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Let's get going here. So this is the second video that Umar posted, the live stream that he posted on the 3rd, which is 2 days ago. And we'll get right on into. We got to the first one. The first video that he posted. We got to that one yesterday. And that's where he's outside throwing down salt. He was really angry and kind of going off. Well, now he goes inside. Let's see how's it going, sweetie? Let's see how things look inside these abandoned buildings. The critical question that we should ask is, does it appear as if renovations are complete? All right, here we go. No, he has the window open. That's good. Yeah, so it does look like he got flooring put down. This room is interesting because all the other rooms are painted in hideous colors, but for some reason, I don't think he actually painted inside of this room, which actually is good because it doesn't look as bad. But turns the light on.
Welcome to the principal's office.
Okay, so this is his office.
Welcome to the principal's office. Welcome to the principal.
Yeah, it looks decent in there. It does. Yeah, I remember he was saying he was going to get carpet, but I think that's probably some sort of flooring. I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't look like he got carpet put in there.
Principal's office. Ladies, you must behave in this school.
Okay, he has to turn it sexual as quickly as possible. That's something that I'm outlining inside the documentary in the next segment. By the way, it's like already an hour and 20 minutes long. Oh my goodness. His preoccupation with sex, he's always bringing up sex. And then, of course, Umar's orientation in terms of how he sees this school project, he sees it as a lure to bring single Black mothers through and to financially and sexually exploit them. That's why he has to talk sex talk when he's inside of his office. Totally unprofessional. Yeah. Here we go. He always does this.
Welcome to the principal's office. Welcome to the principal's office. Welcome to the principal's office. Ladies, you must behave in this school or you will be called to the principal's office.
There he go. What's interesting is this is what he should have done back in 2019. I've said this many times before. When he acquires these trap banners in Wilmington, Delaware, the first thing that he should have done outside of securing the buildings is to set up an office, have an office space, make it look real nice, have professional furniture in there, professionally painted, I don't know, artifacts on the wall, African artifacts, flags, pictures of Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, a nice chair, a couch in there, it should be really, really nice and real comfortable. That's not necessarily a couch, but it could have been, a nice, I don't know what they call those, like a plush chair, not an office chair, but a plush chair, kind of like a couch, but not, you guys know what I'm talking about. So he should have done that from the beginning. And then what he should have done is every single day or at least once a week, update people from that office and and dress the part, suit and tie, and really make it at least appear as if he was serious and as if he was being professional. But what has happened is that it's all turned into Umar putting himself in a position to talk about sex. No professionalism whatsoever. I'm going to be pulling up because what's interesting too is there was a time where he was trying to get a room inside of the small gym together to make that his office, but I guess he abandoned that, and now he finally, all these almost 7 years later, this should have been done within the first month of him acquiring these abandoned buildings. Okay,
and you will be paddled with the RBG paddle.
Yeah, see that this is him, and he starts licking his lips. This is Umar. The other thing is this is not something he stated this before, where he's going to paddle the women. He has the mothers that if they have problems or whatever, again, everything has to revolve around sex with this guy. Anyone who would somehow think that it's appropriate or that it would make sense to even send their child to Umar Johnson, you really have to ask some critical questions. I don't know, about quite a few things. Okay. Yeah, the paddle thing. He stated this before.
Office. Ladies, you must behave in this school, or you will be called to the principal's office, and you will be paddled with the RBG paddle.
See him licking his lips? Yeah, he's something else. He really is. Latoya says, shh, my favorite show, Umar Personality Twerking Tunde. Yeah. That's Umar. That's from when he said, what did he say? He said he said that the I can't remember what he said, but he called it the I can't even remember what it was. Was it personality disorder, thoughtish personality disorder? That's what it was. And what that means is that hole over there, personality disorder. And then he says that I made that up. Like he's some big time school psychologist or psychologist, but that's what he comes up with. Everything revolves around sex and then degrading Black women, right? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Latoya. Umar, personality twerking tune. That's right. That's right. Thank you for the super chat. Legalish says, imagine Umar Johnson trying to recruit staff. Yeah, we've talked about that in the past. Even how he talks when he's talking about faculty and staff, it's sexualized. So he's like a lawsuit waiting to happen. All sorts of litigation will be occurring if he ever opened up the school, because he doesn't know how to contain himself in the sexual debauchery in particular. He doesn't know how to keep that in check. See, I have a video. That's why the next segment of the documentary, it's so long. There's a video from 2011 where he's grooming these women. Okay, you guys will see. It's actually quite fascinating. I mean, it's disturbing, but it's fascinating. See, now when I go back and watch that video, I can put things in context, especially based upon what has transpired since, let's say, 2019. When I first really started to consistently do Umar Johnson. I was doing videos in 2018 too, but consistently 2019. When I go back to watch those videos in 2026 and see what Umar was talking about and what he was doing, everything starts to make more sense. And then you realize back then, even then he had a problem with containing himself, right? And what I've noticed over the years is that he's lost the ability to keep things in check. He can't pretend to have respect for women anymore. He can't pretend, at least not like he used to. He can't pretend to have respect. He can't pretend to have sexual discipline. None of that. He can't pretend to not be a sexual deviant. Okay, so now here we are in 2026, and he's showing the office. People have been waiting for this. His donors have been waiting for this. His followers have been waiting for this in terms of when he acquired these trap bundles for almost 7 years. And this is what he talks about. I'm not surprised because he's done this in the past, right? But this is all sorts of litigation. One time he said he was going to have hidden cameras in there. And he was saying, you women, you're not going to Me Too me. That's what he was saying. Okay, but that shows you where his mind is at. And then the camera thing, that's a problem in and of itself. Thank you, Legalish, for the super chat. That Fupa says, I love GH. I wonder which side of the GH number 130. Okay, I don't know what GH is, and I probably don't want to know. I probably don't want to know. Thank you, the Fupa, for the super chat. Yeah, he said he's going to have hidden cameras. And then Blue was talking about how he would that's some of the, how he was. He would you know, hide things, hide cameras or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, and then look on the children and look on the women, you know, that kind of thing. So a lot of what he says later on, you go back and you listen to what she was saying. It's like, okay, goodness, my goodness. Oh, Ghana. Okay, so that means Ghana. Okay, let me go back. So you're saying, I love Ghana. I wonder which side of Ghana has 30. Oh, all right. All right. Well, thank you for the super chat. Let's keep going here. Here we go.
Welcome to the Principals Conference Room. Welcome to the Principals Conference Room. Welcome to the Principals Conference Room. This is
Yeah, it looks good in there. It looks good in there.
where we have our strategy sessions to reconstruct the psyche of African children, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I always give Umar credit. I mean, it takes him almost 7 years, but at least he got it done.
We're not playing.
And then the color scheme gets horrible. I don't understand why he did this.
We're not playing with y'all. No more games. No more games. It's time
He still got stuff sitting in the hallway. That's Umar, though. He
to
don't care.
educate the babies. No more games.
Yeah, you even hear that buzzing sound. He got a grocery cart in there. You guys hear that buzzing sound too? That's a problem.
No more games.
Can you guys hear it hit the one? Yeah, this was a problem because I remember years ago it was a problem. He still hasn't resolved whatever that issue
Not
is.
playing with y'all. No more games. No more games. It's time to educate the babies. No more games. Hit your PayPal.
There you go. And see, the question is, what are they hitting the PayPal for if renovations are complete?
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal.
What's up, Iceman Vamp? Iceman Vamp says in 2026, renovations will be complete on the FMG broom closet, brothers and sisters. Oh, yeah. You know, what I can say is that what he's showing it so far, it looked good. It looked good, but it doesn't mean that renovations are complete. So what I think Umar's going to do, and I can tell even how he's holding the camera, he doesn't want to show too much. He's not going to do a full, tour because he knows that renovations are not complete. He's showing, and this is what I've been talking about for years now. It's called the illusion of progress. That's precisely what he's doing right here. In fact, there's a poll question. I forgot to mention the poll question. The poll question is, do you think Umar will do a full tour to show that the buildings have been completely renovated? Okay, so far we have 436 votes. 10% said yes, 90% said no. Okay, I don't think he will. Now, he may do it on Saturday. I don't think he'll do it on Saturday either. I don't think he will, because it'll show that renovations are not complete. But what he's showing so far, it looks decent. Okay, I give him credit for that. Yeah, thanks, Iceman. We'll see. We'll see. Latoya also says he sounds like Umar Epstein. Yeah, well, the thing is that there's a woman in Chicago named Queen's sister. I'll have this inside of the documentary. She kind of gets lost in the sauce of all of this, and she came out to speak about Umar. I can't remember the year per se, but it was a long time ago. Let me find out for sure, just for the time. And plus, it helped me to memorize. I should have it memorized because she kind of gets lost in all of this. There's been so much that has happened with this Umar Johnson's saga. So she comes out in 2013, right? So almost 13 years ago. Yeah, 2013. And she was talking about Umar and how he tends to talk sex talk even when he's talking about children. And I have videos where he does that too. I also have videos where he's filming these little girls following around like a pervert and filming their body parts. Okay, he's done it on the airplane with women. He's done it with women, where he's speaking at, or he's at a venue. He's done that too. He's perverted like that. The one in the airport was really ridiculous because that went on for I don't know how long. But she talked about how she called him Sandusky. Okay, and then in terms of what Umar does, especially when it comes to the women that he's dealt with, behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know about, is he'll make sure that he gets nude pictures of them or nude videos of them, and then he holds on to them. Okay, and that's his way, because Epstein, in essence, that's part of what he was doing. Okay, we were talking about that yesterday. It's really, really sick and really, really twisted. On one hand, it's sexual deviancy, but the other thing is about power and control. How can I use this to control people so that they don't come out and speak against me, so that they don't talk about what I've done to them, so forth and so on? Well, that's a lot of what's taking place with the whole Epstein thing. Is there's and a lot of that's coming out now, at least some of it's coming out, pictures and all this kind of stuff. That's all, it's like a form of blackmail. That's another term someone mentioned yesterday, could be used for blackmail, but there's another term, coercion, this type of thing. Well, Umar, he's done the same thing to some of the women that he's sexually exploited and financially exploited. Yeah. All right, thank you, other 12 for super chat. Smart Barbie says, money doesn't change people. It just makes them more comfortable to be their true selves. I totally agree with this. We see the real Umar now that he's stolen the people's money. Yeah, this is a really good point. This is a really good point. The other thing is, it's just to add to this is, I think Umar realizes that he's never going to get the type of money that he was getting back in the day. No, that's just not going to happen. And I think he's known this for quite some time. So it's not as necessary, at least for Umar, to be as pretentious as he was in the past. Right? The other thing is, because of the amount of money that's come in, it's allowed him over the years, over the decades, in point of fact, to indulge in things that he would have never have indulged in if he did not have the money to do so. So what happens is, the true Umar, not only does it come out more and more, but also he doesn't really have a need like he used to in the past to pretend to be something that he's not, like a professional, dressed in suits and ties, three-piece suit, haircut nice. No, he looks like a pookie. He looks smoked out. You know, he looks like a dope fiend, real talk. But on top of that, the sexual deviancy, which is something that goes back, this goes back to Umar, you know, I would propose when he was in college as an undergraduate, at the very least. It comes out, and now he doesn't even bother with trying to keep it in check. You know, people have been waiting. His donors been waiting. His followers been waiting. His supporters been waiting for almost 7 years. And when he shows this office that he was talking about, he was going to be completing back in 2021. I have the receipt. He finally shows an office, and it's automatically, he goes to sex. He starts talking about sex and paddles and all this kind of thing. That's y'all's principle. Okay. Yeah, this is a really good point. This is a really good point. Thank you, Smart Barbie, for the super chat. SH Play says, no more games. He's the only one playing games. Yeah. And SH Play, he said that so many times over the years. We ain't playing games no more. He even said that, I believe he said that in the February 2019 school announcement video. We just, the time for games is over, family. You know, we working. We really got, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's been saying that for years. But it just goes to show you it is a game, because if it wasn't a game, he would have taken it seriously. And by now, a child would have been educated. One black child would have been educated, at least one. He doesn't take this seriously. He looks at it as an opportunity to get money out of people. And that's all it comes down to. There are people who argue that, no, that wasn't his intention. His intentions were good from the start. No, they weren't, because in the beginning, if you look here, this is back in 2010 when he posted this. And he stated that the school was going to open September 11, 2013. Listen, Umar, you know, people really think about this. If the grand opening was going to be September 11, 2013, and Umar posts this January 6, 2010, how is it possible that Umar doesn't start collecting donations until 2014? That's what he tells people. See, it was always about the money from the beginning. It wasn't about opening, and he was collecting money back then. In fact, he had land that was donated based upon what he says, and I've been showing the receipt more recently. He had land that was donated in 2012 in San Bernardino County. That's in California, near Los Angeles, east of Los Angeles. Well, that's a donation. So we could say that at least in 2012, he, based on what he said, he had donated, at least land was donated, but he tells people that he didn't start collecting his first donation until 2014. So why does he lie like that? Well, because it's about the money. It's not about opening up a school. And that's why he throws this date out there, SH Play, of September 11, 2013. And then he proceeds over the next 13 years to change the grand opening date at bare minimum 28 times. He's not serious. He was never serious. See? Yeah. So, in essence, it's a money game for Umar. What do I have to do to get more money out of people? Let me go up in here in these abandoned buildings and act like, the renovations are complete so that I can get more money out of people. That's all it comes down to. He's still playing games. Thank you, SH Play. User225 says, do you think noodle pics of Umar Johnson? I don't know. I don't even want, we're going to move on from that. Goodness, use the 225, you crazy. CJ says these revolutionaries never do the work to heal themselves. How do people think they'll heal a community? Yeah, this is a really good point. You know, absolutely right. Clearly, Nature Boy was disturbed. Clearly, Polite was disturbed. Umar is clearly disturbed. There's a whole host of individuals that you can tell that something's not right with them and that they need to go get mental health services, psychological services, in some cases, physical services, in some cases, all that. And yet they get online and they pretend that they're these great, I don't know, prophets or whatever. That's how some of them be talking, and that they have all the answers for Black people. Well, that's Umar. He said he has that same sense about himself. It's ridiculous. He's a broken person. He has many different issues, and yet he's the one who believes, and there are other people who believe that somehow he's this great Black leader. Listen, everyone has issues, but if you are literally sick in the head, that's a whole separate thing. You guys understand what I'm saying? So this is very true. These so-called revolutionaries, right? Yeah. Thank you, CJ. Okay, let's get going here. Here we go.
Welcome to Parent Center. me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal.
See, about that money.
Welcome to the Parent Center. This is the Parent Center.
Hey, this looks good too. He got some flooring put down. That's good.
If you are the parent of an FDMG Pan Africanist, if you are the parent of an FDMG Pan Africanist and you don't feel like going home to be bothered with your nagging husband or nagging.
He's so divisive. I'm going to tell you guys what he's doing here is all of this is pretend anyway. Right. This is all Umar's fantasy that you Black, because most of his main target demographic is single Black mothers. Okay. Whether he says your nagging Black husband or your nagging Black, well, now with Room 130, I guess it don't matter. Okay. Let's leave that right there then. The point is that this is the fantasy that Umar has, that people who are disgruntled with their relationships will come and that they would just stay there. And who's going to be there? Umar's going to be there. This is his fantasy. See, I'm trying to tell people, and people, please hear me and understand that this whole school project, it ain't got nothing to do with children. It has to do with money and it has to do with sex. Umar's need for money and Umar's need for sex. It don't matter with who. So this is Umar. Now that he has some flooring down inside of this particular room, he's fantasizing about what's going to go down. That's what's going on here.
Don't feel like going home to be bothered with your nagging husband or nagging wife, you can come hang out in the Parent Center. There's going to be a television. There's going to be books. There's going to be a couch.
Probably going to be some shampoo and conditioner in there too.
Let me stop. There's going to be books. There's going to be a couch, a refrigerator. There's going to be snacks, and all of our parents can come and hang out. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Where the school at? Where the school at? We're gonna show you where the school at.
Here you go. This reminds me of the SETI rant. Umar, this is all performative. And yeah, there are going to be people who are going to buy into this. I get it. Okay. But the only reason why you're doing this is because your critics. See, if it wasn't for your critics, including Cookie Crush Chat, you wouldn't even bother with all of this. This should have been done back in February of 2019. Real talk, it should have been done by March of 2019. We're in 2026.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Yeah, when Umar starts to sing, this is really about the uncomfortability. Well, that's not the appropriate word. The discomfort. I apologize because I used that word, I think, last week. I apologize. This really deals with the discomfort that he feels about all this. Notice his body language, his posture. Okay, he has his arms crossed as if he's hugging himself. This is all to comfort himself because he knows that this is a bunch of bullshit. Real talk. Hit the one. That's why it reminds me of the SETI rant. He starts singing. That's like it's more like a nervousness, and I've seen him do this over the years. It's a telltale with Umar. But then he's holding himself like this. This is self-soothing. Y'all catch that? Let's go back. Watch this. It's fascinating.
Come and hang out. Oh yes.
Okay, he just crossed his arms.
Oh yes. Where the
See it? See that? Or across his arm, because he's holding the phone with the other one.
school at?
See him?
Where the school?
The other thing too is that it allows him, because he's like a child, to show this little flag on his arm. See, he did the same thing in the SETI rant. I think he had a Nat Turner shirt on or something like that, and he shows it because it makes him feel, it's self-soothing. It makes him feel powerful. It makes him feel better. If memory serves, it was either maybe it wasn't that for that shirt, that Nat, I can't remember if that, no, that was a Nat Turner shirt. Yeah, it was. Because it said it had I guess Nat Turner Day or whatever, which is Umar Johnson's birthday. That, so he was talking 821, come bring it. Yeah. But you see what he's doing here? On one hand, it's self-soothing, but also this, because he's like a child, it gives him an opportunity to show that little flag on his near his wrist.
We're gonna show you where the school at. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
See him singing? This is all nervousness. He knows this is a bunch of bullshit. Are you funny though?
We're gonna show you where the school at. Don't you even worry about that, brothers and sisters.
He's something else.
Yes, look at the jealous coons. It's a jealous boy in my knees. He's so.
A what? What in the world did he just say? What did he just say? I didn't. Jealous of a 50-year-old bum with no job. I know, but that's the narcissism and histrionics. And we covered that recently, because they tend to think that everyone's jealous of them. And when in point of fact, Umar is one of the most jealous and spiteful people that I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play that again. Why are you guys saying Dempsey? Yeah, did he say jealous boy? What in the world is going on here? What's up, Alakia? And Laurie? I don't know what did he say boy? I don't know, Rosetta. Let's go and play it back. Boy, this is crazy. Yeah, he is. Something wrong with him. He's nuts. All right, let's go back and play it. Oh, it's a New Edition song. What is the Oh, someone said Dempsey Ginger Ale and Umar Papa. You need to stop. Okay, it's a New Edition song. Okay, let's go and listen to what he say.
The jealous boy in my knees. He's so.
What in the? Why do you go there, Umar? Why do you go to jealous boy? What in the world? Anybody know what song that is? Let me go look up these lyrics. Come on, Umar. Something wrong with this guy. New Edition. There's Jealous Girl in Town. Let me look at these lyrics. Why would he say that? There's a jealous girl in our town. All baby fellas, there's a jealous girl in our town. All baby. I know you feel bad about me and my girl, but I gave you the first chance to be in my world. Now you are saying things to keep us apart. You had the very first chance to be. What in the world? This is actually disturbing. It's supposed to be there's a jealous. Why is he even mentioning children though? But he says jealous boy. What in the world? Let me see. Maybe there's lyrics in here that says boy. No, there's not. Yeah, I would have to hear the song to actually remember it, you know. Let's go again. Why does he say boy though? He shouldn't be saying no children anyway, but why does this come to mind? It's just, I don't know. It's disturbing.
Where the school at? We're gonna show you where the school at. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to show you where the school at. Don't you even worry about that, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Look at the jealous coons. It's a jealous boy in my D's. He's so...
Boy, I don't even mean to laugh, but man, there's a jealous boy in my something. It says there's a jealous girl in our town. He doesn't say town. I'm looking at the lyrics right now. It's our town. What is he talking about? Yeah, he is. That's what the problem is. Yeah, he's just bothered. I don't know. I can't call this one, y'all. One more time.
We're going to show you where the school at. Don't you even worry about that, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Look at the jealous...
Oh, someone said in my chat. Let's see. Maybe that's what he said.
Jealous coons. It's a jealous boy in my D's. He's so jealous. There's a jealous boy in my town.
Whoa, no. This ain't right, y'all. Man, this is crazy. This guy is disturbed.
Oh, lady, he's so jealous. There's a jealous coon in my town. Oh,
okay, now he says town.
ladies, he's so jealous.
This y'all's principal? This is the person that's going to be educating your kids? I'm sorry. I got it one more time.
I'm going to show you where the school at. Don't you even worry about that, brothers and sisters.
He's disturbed, y'all.
Oh, yes. Look at the jealous coons. It's a jealous boy in my D's.
Why would you say that, Umar?
He's so
He's 51.
Jealous. There's a jealous boy in my town. Oh, lady, he's so jealous. There's a jealous coon in my town. Oh, ladies, he's so jealous.
This chat room. I got it. No, Holly B, don't do that. Don't do that now. Just don't play them games. Yeah, his hands flapping, real sassy with it too. But we ain't gonna do that to him. Let's move on. somebody. No, don't do that, DJ Scrap Dirty. You get that's we're not gonna do that. Someone says Sir Coco remix, please. Oh, Umar, he wild. I know that I know the song now. That he's because he kind of could sing it just a little bit, but he's talking crazy. He's talking reckless. All right. Umar Johnson streaming shirtless is super weird. Yeah, he's done it on several occasions. Really, really weird. I don't get that at all. Right? They're looking like a manatee and shit. let me stop. Because he was sitting on that couch looking like a broke manatee. I was throwing fish at the screen and shit. Let me stop. I shouldn't have did that. Anyway, Lewis said, what's up? Says people gonna develop what? Synesthesia looking at all them wild colors. Yeah. We've talked about that. It's interesting that he didn't paint. Let me give you guys a definition for this, because there'll be warning signs on some video games and stuff that says stuff like this. It refers to two different things: an AI video generation platforms that creates videos and text using digital avatars, and synesthesia, a neurological phenomenon where stimulation of one sensory pathway leads to autonomic involuntary experience in the second sensory path. It's like sensory overload, like seeing colors and when hearing music. Yeah, we talked about this in the past. It goes to show you that Umar's not an educator. Now, those two rooms that he showed, that's appropriate color, like a color scheme. But in the hallways and in other rooms, one room he painted lime green. It's really chroma key green. You don't do that. One room is all black. One is like blood red. You don't do that. real dark. It's like, what is going on here? Sith Lord type of colors. Yeah, it's a problem. But it goes to show you that on one hand, he's not a true educator. Secondarily, he's not a true psychologist either, because if he was, he would and I'm talking about a school psychologist, because they would definitely understand and know that the color scheme can impact, and how the color scheme of a room or a hallway or a bathroom or anything for that matter can impact the child if they're sitting in there for 4 hours, 5, 6, 7 hours a day. I'm talking about at a school, right? Yeah, that's Umar. It's just wild. But I think all of that, it's weird, because he paints all this other stuff crazy, but then for his office, or what he calls his office, the paint is decent. It's reasonable. And then the parents' room, I guess that's what he calls it, the paint is decent. It's reasonable. That's telling in and of itself. It's not about these children. It's about Umar. It's his kicking spot. Yeah. Shout out to Lewis Luck. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Legal Ish says Umar was fundraising in Philly by 2008. Oh, yes. Now, I have people who have stated 2009, 2008. No, 2009. And then I've seen people online post where they donated in 2008, 2007. And I think I saw 2006 one time. Okay, but I'm just going to say 2007. And see, if we think about this logically, if he posts this in 2010, that the school is going to open September 11, 2013, Umar would have to be raising money in and around 2010 at bare minimum in order to have a grand opening September 11, 2013. You see what I'm saying? Umar, but he says he didn't start collecting money until 2014. I know that that's not true. He said he didn't start collecting donations until 2014. That's not true. Based on what he showed in the past, he forgets his lies, or he forgets what he said in the past, because he stated in 2012 that land was gifted to him as a donation. See, so who knows? Legal Ish. I would propose that by 2000, I would say by 2007, Umar would have been collecting money under the guise of FDMG. Maybe not necessarily FDMG, the school or the academy, but FDMG related projects, because it's not just FDMG, the school. It's FDMG, a gun club, FDMG dirt bike team. I mean, he's come up with all types of stuff. Back in the day, he was doing Boy Scouts. So he was collecting money for that too. All right. So ain't no telling. Thank you, Legal Ish, for the super chat. Appreciate it. U225 says, where's my shampoo, conditioner, shea butter mails at? Yeah, he might as well say it. He might as well. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Also, the smart barber says he ain't got the sense God gave a Billy Goat. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have self-control. He's emotionally unstable, and he doesn't have self-awareness. That's dangerous to have those three things in combination. Yeah, the self-awareness, because he doesn't realize by behaving the way that he behaves, he can even throw in line all the time, that it does not reflect well on him as a person. It reflects very poor. It's unbecoming. It reflects very poorly on Umar, but he doesn't see that because he has no self-awareness. It's like he lives in an alternate reality where he sees himself a certain way, but his real life is just a bum from Philadelphia, real talk. But instead of dealing with his bumnitude, he continues to pretend as if he's something that he's not, and he has no self-awareness. It's a serious problem, and no sense whatsoever. No sense. Thank you, Smart Barbie. SH Play says Umar is trying to appear unbothered. He knows that we are aware of his legal issues. Yeah, that's what this is all about. He knows he's already paid out to Marianne Lorient and the donors their legal fees. He's paid. He's already paid that, and it's really. It's a way of kind of settling things down so that ultimately he can either prove that the school is going to open so that he doesn't have to refund them their donation money, or so that they'll be receptive to receiving their donation back. And in that way, this won't go to court. And then in discovery, everything that will come out in discovery will not become public record. That's his greatest fear, outside of more Black women coming forward to expose him for his sexual deviancy and financial exploitation. That's his biggest fear. So that's why Umar is so bothered in this video. See, you would think that if this was a grand accomplishment after almost 7 years, he finally gets renovations completed. Renovations are completed, that he would be joyous and he would be happy. But that's not what we see here. Why not? Because part of it is that the only reason why Umar is doing this is because he's trying to get away from facing this legal situation. And that bothers him, because if the legal situation wasn't on him, he wouldn't even have bothered to do any of these things. If we hadn't consistently been on Umar for years, there's a whole lot of things that he would have never even done. That's why he's bothered. He's not up there joyous and celebrating and thank you guys. You know, he's begging for more money because he got bills to pay. He has litigation going on. See, he may just be trying to get money now just so that he can just pay off the donors that filed the class action lawsuit, so he can be done with that. That bothers him, because that's more money that's not going into his pocket that he can't use for himself. This is a really good point. He's bothered. You would think that he would be excited and happy. That's not what we see here. Okay, he don't even look happy. You know, he's doing like this and holding himself and self-soothing and starts singing songs uncomfortably. Huh? Good point. Thank you, Just Play. Doctor says, you know damn well what he said, Lenon. No, it's just that it makes no sense to me for him to say that. Why would you say? Now, what I thought was afterwards, I thought, okay, maybe he's changing the lyrics because there's he assumes that it's a male inside of the chat room who was quote unquote jealous of him inside his chat room. But why would you say boy? Why wouldn't you say man? That's weird to me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Thanks, Dexter. James says, retweet from East B, RBG Rainbow. No. You know, we gonna have to figure out whether or not we taking this too, because I don't want to shame Umar for his situation. Okay, room 130. I don't want to do him like that. You know, I hope I don't want to go too far with that, but yeah, it could be Rainbow, but I don't think so. I don't think so. He's don't do that. Okay. All right. Thanks, James. I hope everything's going well with you. Shout out to James. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, new tweet Diggy. Real quick, before I looked through what you sent me today, and it's extensive. I think it's like 30 something pages or something like that, or 60. I can't remember 30 or 60. I don't know. I don't forgot. Let me pull it up because I downloaded it. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough time to get through all that before Saturday, but it's going to be on my list in terms of pulling information specifically about the certificate of occupancy. What you put together it's like you do address certificate of occupancy, because I did read through that section, but there's so much in here. It's 38 pages. That's what it is. I don't know. Maybe we can strategize. I don't know if you'd be willing to come on, even if we did it where you're we don't show your face, or if you wanted to do it offline somehow, or we can record offline. I can put a voice modulator and we won't show your face, and we can get into the details. It's extensive what you put together here. I was impressed. I ain't gonna lie. I was so impressed. Anyway, I have to find the time to get through it, but I will be sourcing some of the information in this document when I start to get into what Umar needs to do in order to get a certificate of occupancy. Right. So anyway, awesome. So New T Diggy says brownfield designation requires Delaware Natural Resources Environmental Control approved remedial action plan for contamination and a certificate of completion of remedy issued. Schools ain't opening. Yeah, well, I don't think Umar wants to actually open the school at this point. Well, he never did, but I don't think that's what his plan is, to open up the school. I think what he's attempting to do is to make it appear as if he's exhausted all measures in order to open up the school, and that the certificate of occupancy is going to be denied. Okay, I talked about this yesterday. I was talking with, and shout out to Black Anonymous. We were emailing. I don't know if it was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and I kind of talked about in the email I think what Umar's strategy is. It's not to actually opening up a school. So he doesn't have to get to, in his own mind, he's not worried about this, even though it's a serious issue. Again, these buildings were classified as brownfield catalyst sites back in 2019. And the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they suggested that the city tear them down. And then here we are in 2026, and on the exterior, it's mold all over the place. It's horrible. They actually look worse now on the exterior than they did when Umar acquired them back in February of 2019. So, but Umar's not worried about that because that's further down the timeline in terms of if he was really serious about getting into operations. I think what Umar is doing is he just wants to give the illusion of progress to where he gets to the point where, listen, I put in a certificate of occupancy, but they denied it. And he knows that it's going to fail, but that's not the point. See, the point is that now he has an excuse to extend it even further because it failed. And at that point, who knows? He may say, we're going to give up on this project. We got to move out of this. We're going to go to another city because they're racist, blah, blah, blah. Or he may say, hey, we need more money. We're almost there. They gave us a list of things that we need. It's not a lot of things, but we need donation money in order to make this happen, family. Get on your PayPal. Checks and money orders to the P.O. box. And then it starts all over again. So all the issues in terms of contamination and brownfield catalyst site and all that stuff, that's further down the line in this process, that if Umar actually wanted to open, he would have to have all that needs to be remedied, including this also includes the black mold, right? On the interior and on the exterior, right? Yeah, it's interesting. Umar, he doesn't care about opening up a school. He just wants to give, that's really the illusion that he presents. He's all smoke and mirrors. That, yeah, we're working towards that. But he always has an excuse as to why he doesn't get to the operation phase, right? Just like he always had an excuse as to why he didn't get to the acquisition. He didn't get to the acquisition, or he didn't get to the renovation phase, right? Anyway, I can go on this particular topic. Yeah, the school's not going to officially open as a legitimate school. He's also stated that it's not going to be accredited. So what's the point anyway? He's not serious. It's a long con. It's a scam. Anyway, that document, I mean, I was so impressed. Yeah, it's 38 pages, 9,695 word organized and everything. I mean, statistics. I love me some statistics. Anyway, when I get some time, and I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough time to do it before we live stream on Saturday. I'll source information that you have on here in terms of the certificate of occupancy. I've done other research too from the websites and stuff in Delaware. But I don't know if I'm going to have time to get that together by Saturday. I probably won't. I'm also working on the next segment of documentary, and we're already I think it's an hour. I want to say an hour and 20 minutes into it. I may be overstating it, but it's long. Anyway, thanks, New T Diggy, for the super chat, and also thank you for sending me that document. Very well done. Okay, let's keep going here. What's up, Cindy Boy? Say, what's up, Uncle Leonard? Man, that mold must be eating away at his feeble ASS mind. It's safe to say he's lost it and he's in denial. He's comical. Yeah, that's a good question. Is Umar in denial about all of this? Is he delusional, or does he know that it's a fiction, but it doesn't matter because the fiction and the fabrication, if you will, because it's a big lie, the lie. It's a fib. The lie that's what needs to exist, and it's okay that it exists as long as people send him money. So what I'm saying is that does he really believe that he's going to open up a school? I don't think so. I think there was a time when he did, but now in 2026, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Now, people can say, well, listen, you're saying that you think that there was a time where he thought that he was going to open a school. Well, doesn't that mean that he had intentions? No. See, what I think is that Umar, he saw this as a money grab. And when that money was coming in crazy, he figured, hey, maybe I can turn this into something real. That's what I think. But he never had an intention from the start to open up a school. It was just to get money. That's what I think. Now, I see how I said that. I think, listen, I don't think Umar, I don't think he believes that he's going to open up a school at this point. But I don't think he cares either. So I don't think it's that he's delusional that it's going to open. I think there was a time when especially after you acquired these abandoned buildings, but that money, the money gone. Now I think he recognizes this as a lie. I actually think he recognized it as a lie decades ago. It's like a dream that's gone unfulfilled, but it's turned into a serious lie at this point. And I think he recognizes that, but it doesn't matter to him because ultimately it's about continuing to get money out of people. I don't know what you guys think. Do y'all think Umar's in denial about this, or do you think he recognizes that it's a sham? I think because listen, the way he moves, I can tell he sees this as a scam. Because he don't give a shit. Listen, even if you're delusional, you're going to make it seem as if, at least as if you're serious. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just something for everybody to think about. All right, thank you, Smitty boy. Yeah, he is. He comical. We can say that for sure. Okay. Now, Shay says in complete denial, he believes he can will it into existence, and if not, oh well. So he don't really care, but he's still kind of holding on to hope. Okay. I really don't think the school is opening. Yeah. The Xenoflex says it depends on if he's high or not. Okay, I see your point. He thinks it's a joke. Hey, you know. Okay, maybe. Okay. What he said, somebody said, someone said if he's high, then maybe. Okay. He's denying his denial. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's gambled away money. You know, I don't think he's serious. I don't think, anyway. That's funny, Derek. Okay. All right, let's continue. I really don't have an answer to that. I don't think he's in denial. I think he knows. I think he's known a long time because he doesn't, for a long time now, he doesn't have the same excitement about it like he used to. Some of you guys remember, you know, back 2019, because we were covering those videos, 3 videos on for the marathon on Saturday. He was so excited, but I think that's because once he acquired the abandoned buildings, he figured, okay, maybe I can pull this off. But here we are now, almost 7 years later. It'll be 7 years and 2 more days, and I think he's totally defeated. That's why when he does this video, he's defeated, he's upset, he's angry, he's belligerent. See, I think he knows. Again, I could be wrong. All right, thanks, Smitty boy. What's up, arrogant people says, I think he has money stashed to make IOP improvements as needed. Long continuity. Yeah, I think so too. And I didn't think that in the past. I think he's broke as an individual, but in terms of as a corporation, I think he does. I think he hoards money and he's not putting it towards renovations that he could have put towards back in 2019 to where renovations would have been complete by now. They're not completed. And he just sits on it for whenever he needs it. And sometimes he'll pull for his own personal use, right? But then other times, if he has to, like you're saying, if he has to give an illusion of progress, then he'll throw some money out there. He'll get some flooring put down. Why didn't he get the flooring put down in February of 2019? What stopped him back then? Oh, well, he had to find the blueprints because the blueprints were lost. He always has an excuse. Yeah, I agree. This is a really good statement that he has money stashed. Okay, he's personally broke. He ain't got no money. He ain't got a job, but he has money stashed so that whenever he needs to make improvements or whenever he needs to pay someone like Marianne Lauren $68,600, or whenever his back is pushed up against the wall because the city of Wilmington was going to sell these bandos at sheriff's sale, and he owed $38,388.22. Even though right before that he said that his bank accounts were frozen, he didn't have no money. All of a sudden, magically, he comes up with this money. Boy, he's devious. He sure is. Good point. Thank you, arrogant pupil. Munya Day Trader Elite says, the irony is people will still donate to Umar regardless of all the facts you provided. Thank you, Lenon. I am donating to truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's unfortunate. We were talking about this. I think it was this week. Someone that brought up the I tie it to opportunity cost, but the sunk cost fallacy. You know, will people, they believe in something and you know, they'll give their time, you know, they'll give their money, they may give their labor, whatever. And because they do that, they feel invested. And even though that project or that idea, it's failing, they keep going. Well, that's what a lot of the Umar Johnson donors, that's what they tend to do. right? There's a whole lot of them that they realized a long time ago, but they're the ones that keep going. It's a failed project. It's a scam. And the truth is out there. The receipts are all out there. But because they've believed and they've already invested, they want to keep going. That's what you call the sunk cost fallacy. It's a sunk cost. And then I like to tie it to opportunity cost, because that's money that can be going to towards their children. That's money that can be going towards a project that they believe that they're actually working on. That's money that can be going to someone who's actually doing something, who has a school, who's actually providing services to children. And the list goes on. I mean, they'd be better served to just, donate it to a charity, or donate it to homeless people, for a food pantry or whatever. So at least the money is doing something. Umar's raised millions of dollars at this point. It's a sunk cost fallacy. So I think that's one of the biggest issues. And then a lot of it is emotionalism too. See, Umar, he's a master manipulator. He really plays on Black people's emotions. So even people who donate, it's not intelligence based. It is emotion based. It's about belief, and there's nothing wrong with belief, but you got to be believing in the right things. And in this case, Umar's not the one to believe in. Okay, he's a sociopath, narcissistic. Okay, he don't take care of his own children, but y'all expect somehow he's going to take care of yours. Listen, it doesn't matter how much money you sent to him, he still ain't going to take care of his own children. Why would you think he's going to take care of yours? I'm talking to the donors. Okay, and the truth is out there. The receipts, and I've been fair. I've been very fair. I know we goof off and we clown him sometimes. I think we go a little too far, but it is what it is. But I've been very fair, and I present the facts. I don't spin things. I don't misrepresent the facts. I don't paint false narratives. Okay, people have done that with me for years, including Dempsey Spears, since someone brought him up earlier. Okay, I don't do that. It's called integrity. But even still, there are people who are going to be in denial, and that's emotionalism. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me. All right, thank you, Munya Day Trader, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Lewis Suck says he doesn't need to have a decorum. The people who believe in him are so brainwashed, it doesn't matter. They've been conditioned to be humiliated anyway. You're absolutely right. We've talked about this over the years, and you've been around for a long time, that the people that Umar disrespects the most are his donors. Look at how he did Sister Mary Ann Lauren. Not only did she donate to Umar, she also financed and put together a whole film for Umar. And look at what he did to her. See, the people that Umar disrespects the most, the people that he cares the least about, are the donors. Because if he took the money and cared about the donors and had respect for the donors, he would have had this shit done by now. He's raised millions of dollars. Literally, there's over $1 million that's missing right now. At least $1 million that's missing. That doesn't show respect for the donors. You remember Lewis, back in the day, he called the donors trifling ass Black people, the people sending him money. What kind of man does something like that? That's so disrespectful. And then you got Black people, some of them, they're struggling. They're trying to, times is tough. It's been tough. And that's what he's going to say to them. And then you notice Umar rarely gives thanks to his donors. I'm talking about genuinely thank them. I've heard Umar one time, he said, run them donations. That's pimp talk. That's like saying, go get my money, ho. That's how he was talking. Anybody remember that? Hit the one. I kid you not. No respect whatsoever. But like Munya, see, the thing is, this ties to what we were talking about with Munya's comment, that it's all emotionalism. See, they've been abused by Umar. I'm talking about the donors. They've been abused and manipulated by Umar, and yes, brainwashed by Umar, mind controlled by Umar, that he can talk all kind of reckless towards them, and they still send him money. Not all of them, because the money ain't coming like it used to. Now, Umar may get an uptick if he pulls out a stunt with all this. He comes up with the excuse that the city's just racism. He may get some money coming through, but it's never going to be like it used to, because he's betrayed so many people and he's disrespected so many people, including his donors. Okay. Thank you, Lewis Luck. Judge got gaming 8007 Lenon, I honestly think Umar is high 90% of the time. When he isn't high, he is in a bad mood. Yeah, especially when he has withdrawal symptoms. Like when he talks to the parents, women on the phone about their kids. Yeah. He doesn't even want to be bothered with that, but he does it for show. I peeped that long time ago. You know, you'll see him, he be looking all, and then they'll make a comment and he starts going snarling and shit. You know, Umar, he be looking like one of them dragons from you know, what is it, How to Train Your Dragon or whatever it was called. It's snarling and shit. Because he don't want to be talking to them people unless they sending him money or giving up the cooch. But he does it because it's part of the show. Like he really cares. He's trying to help you with y'all kids. Now, run the donations and give up the cooch. Anyway, I'm sorry. So like when he talks with the parents and the women on the phone about their kids, he usually has an attitude. You're right. We don't care about no kids. It's an annoyance. Children are an annoyance to Umar. Real talk. He don't like kids. But he has to put on the show. He be sitting in the mama closet looking all bummy, and he looked like he stank. Real talk. I don't mean to be like that, but he looked like he stank. Like he ain't washed or bathed or nothing. And he gets up there and they're snarling and shit. And people call in, but he has to pretend as if he's a school psychologist in a mama closet. Anyway, now in terms of Umar being high 90% of the time, I wouldn't put it at 90% of the time. You know, I always want to be fair. I don't know. I can't give you a percentage, but I wouldn't put it that high. Excuse the pun. Boy, that's funny. I wouldn't put it that high. Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge Jude Got Gaming 8007. User 225 says Umar. User 225 jokes are poetic justice against Umar. I know. All right, thank you. Black Wolf says, "What's up, Cooker Chat and Lenon? Umar selling FDMG for meat hoagies. You get 2 meats for $40, and all 4 meats for $80. They're going slow. Get there before the meat goes bad." So the meats go bad. Okay. Yeah. I'm so tempted to pull up the Big Papa podcast, but Umar was talking about he was going to sell the large building. I kid you not. We got time today. I was sitting back like, this guy, he's sick. Let me see if I can do it. And I'll just play just a little of it. Okay. Hold on one second. So we're looking for the Big Papa podcast. Here we go right here. And it's just audio. And actually, I got to see if this actually works, because sometimes it doesn't. Let me see. Let's give it a try, since you brought it up. And this is from, what year was this? This was from 2020, August 6th of 2020. So he had these bandos for about 1.5 years at that time, a little over 1.5 years. And this is what he was talking about. Yeah, let me see if this works. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear. It may not work, because in the past, there's times where it works, sometimes it don't work. Okay, let me do a, oh, no, that is not it. That's not it. Hold on one second. Try one more time. Okay, let me see. I'll share the screen, or share the audio. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this, and you guys let me know if you can actually hear the audio. Hopefully it'll work.
Peace and Black Power, brothers and sisters.
Can y'all hear it?
This is the Prince of Pan Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Papa Podcast, episode number 18. The offer to purchase the Frederick Douglass High School.
Can you still hear it? Can you still hear it?
Of the FDMG Academy.
Yeah, can you still hear it?
About a week or so now, I received a phone call from a white realtor.
Okay, cool.
Inquiring about the ability to purchase the entire Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy campus.
Oh, he said the entire campus. I thought he was just talking about the larger building. Yeah, he said about a week ago. He always say that, Afro Punk. Last week, there was a brother that told me he was making love, because that's what he said in one of these videos. I said, man, you cut it out. Yeah, he said entire. Yeah, I thought, what's up, Black Anonymous? I thought he was saying, because I ain't listened to this in a long time. I thought, and I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I thought he was saying just the larger building, because he was only going to be focusing on the smaller buildings, right? Let's keep going.
Interest was for all 4 buildings. I informed him.
This is from 2020. Did I say 2020, 2021? 2021? 2020. Yeah. August 6th of 2020. This Big Papa podcast number 8.
That renovations on the Marcus Garvey Elementary School and Gymnasium, the small school, had already began, and in no way, shape, or form would we be interested in selling that. I also informed him that the chances of being able to purchase the Frederick Douglass High School were also slim to none, but not impossible. I said I would share the idea with my school team, but I am not sure that they would be willing to entertain a...
This guy, he's batshit crazy. What you talking about with your school team? Who's your school team, Umar? And the way he talk, you see how he's talking? And I thought, so I told them, and that I would posit this to my school team. And then this guy is nuts. Just lying?
Purchase at this time. So I basically communicated to him that there was a 99% chance that you would not be able to purchase the building, but that I would be willing to pass along the purchase offer for the high school only to my school team.
School team?
I have not heard back from him since. I did not get his name, and I should have, but I was moving so quickly and didn't anticipate the call. I saw it.
You didn't get his name? Jimmy, can you get your boy? You got to get him, please. Shay. This guy be lying so much. It's incredible. Hit the 1. This guy be lying. I didn't get his name, although I had a sandwich that morning. Who are crazy? And I also had some grilled sandwich that had peanut butter in it. Also, peanut butter, and eggs. I had a slice of smoked salmon on top of the upper bread. Say, Umar, if you don't stop this shit right now. Also, because he always say also. Also. Yeah, it was a ghost that called him. Yeah, ghost. Ghosts be calling. They be using that phone, boy. Yeah, he be sound like Mr. Rogers and shit. And then we're okay. Let me stop. This guy is Umar is wild. Let's see what he say.
302 area code, which is Wilmington, and I answered the phone thinking it was someone who I was in communication with regarding offering bids to get the work done inside the school. I thought it was a contractor or maybe a local supporter. I definitely did not imagine it being someone who wanted to buy the school. I must say that I believe there is a chance that that person was not a realtor. I must say that that person could have been FBI, Okay, could have been Homeland Security, could have been Wilmington City government, Delaware state government. We understand how the alphabet boys play. That could have simply been a first contact from a hostile or adversarial party or interest. With that being said, we're going to assume for the rest of this conversation that in fact it was a realtor. He did say that he represented a medical company who was interested in using the school for some sort of medical purpose. I believe when I think of a Black inner city community, which is where the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey.
Here he goes. Some sort of a biological experiments against the Black people. Oh, watch. Watch.
Academy is located. That is what the city of Wilmington is, overwhelmingly American African, low income community where the school is. Anyway, maybe not the whole city, but where the school is. When I hear the word medical in a underserved Black community, I think of halfway house. I think of treatment center.
Oh, he's saying for drugs. Okay.
Okay. I think of some sort of drug clinic.
Okay.
That's what I think of.
All right.
And to that regard,
and you would think of that. I was wrong. I thought he was going to say some sort of, Tuskegee something. No, he goes to the drugs. That makes sense. Well, let's keep going.
I don't believe that would be in the best interest of our children to necessarily be across the street from a center that is serving at-risk adult populations. I don't think that's in the best interest of our children.
Look who's talking.
In addition to that, going to the rules of white supremacy that I teach, as you all know, the second rule of racism is that white people do not share power with Black people.
Okay.
White people do not share power. They don't believe in only having a piece of your operation. They want the whole operation.
Okay.
So I'm saying that to say that if we were to sell the school in keeping with the philosophy of racism,
what are you talking about?
Sooner or later, they would seek to sabotage the school operation in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Here you go.
So they could ultimately have that building as well.
What?
Okay. So that's the greater concern.
What are you talking about?
And that is the historic experience that Black people have had with Europeans when it comes to territory. We see how they took America.
What are you talking about?
Originally coming in as...
How does he go from talking about a white realtor calling to now he what's going on?
Friends. We see how they took Africa. Originally coming in as friends. We see how they took the Caribbean islands. Originally coming in as friends. We see how they...
Don't do that, Umar. You ain't got to do all that.
They took Australia. Originally coming in as friends. We see how they took Central and South America, originally coming in as friends, even when we look at gentrification today. They come into the Black community posing as friends. We're going to open up a charter school for your children, not letting you know that this charter school is only a pretext to create the atmosphere for the white return and takeover of the Black community. So understanding that it would be a risk to sell the school, understanding that white people don't share power and will sooner or later look to take over the entire campus.
This guy.
Sooner or later would look to take over the entire campus. With that being said, we have to entertain all options if in fact an offer comes our way. Now, let me say this right from the beginning. I am the last person on earth.
Let's do one more minute.
The absolutely last African in the world who wants to sell that high school. Yes, we are renovating the Marcus Garvey Elementary School, but that's only because we cannot afford to renovate the Frederick Douglass High School at this time. But the Frederick Douglass High School, without question, is the grand prize on that campus. It is that building that will provide us with all the space we need to host any kind of conference we want. That large gymnasium will give us the opportunity to do music programs, any type of.
This guy, he can tell some stories, can't he? Hit the one. I mean, and it can't be a simple story. He got to talk about Africa. He talk about the Caribbean. He talk about Australia. Chitlookman or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about? He started talking about Canada. You know, Umar, he started saying, oh, and you know, they call me family. And then they started singing, oh, Canada. So no, they didn't do all that. He has to spin a whole thing. Let's do 30 more seconds.
Programs, sporting programs, any type of conference, vendor market. You add that to the 16 or so classrooms in there, the cafeteria, the greenery around the school, those big, beautiful trees. That
Those big, beautiful trees. What in the world is he talking about? What is this? What's up, Maddie? What is Umar talking? Can somebody in here in the chat room figure this out? What is he talking about? Yeah, I got the bet. Umar, just stop. Big, beautiful butter biscuit trees. So, Umar, cut it out. You know, them slip and slide, them slick and soft steps. Those sturdy doors, family. So, Umar, he everything's over the top with this guy. Somebody said he's just talking gibberish. All right, let's do 30 more seconds.
school building, the FD building.
FD.
That's why we bought the school in the first place.
What?
And from a psychological standpoint,
okay,
not even looking at the economics and politics of it, but from a psychological standpoint, it would hurt my heart to come to work every day.
Work?
To the Frederick Douglass Elementary School and have to see white folks.
Huh?
Owning and operating what should have been our high school. I don't know if I could ever
They can operate a fish market over there. Cut it out, Umar.
overcome that.
You can't.
I don't know if I would ever be able to get used to that.
You sound like what's her name now? What's her name? That was talking about the babies or whatever. I always forget her name. Clarice or something like that.
Every day coming outside the school and just seeing what was ours.
Ours. You see how dramatic this guy is? He's so dramatic. I just can't. I just don't want to look out the window and see those white pale faces. Umar, cut it out. No, not Cynthia G. Not Cynthia G. That's not what I'm talking about. Somebody, no, her name ain't Monique. Cut it out. You guys remember what I'm talking about? The one lady. Anyway.
Being operated by outsiders. And then once our population begins to grow, which it will.
Francis. He sound like Francis right here.
Where do we expand to?
Yeah.
Where do we expand to? We have 10 classrooms. After 2-3 years, we're going to max that out.
What?
Where do we expand to? We could probably get the roof ripped off the top and get a.
What in the world? You better not say you're going to put another. Don't do it, Umar. You're going to get the roof ripped off the top. That's what he just said. It sounds like somebody know what he's talking about. He said he's going to rip the roof off for what?
Second floor added.
Listen, Umar, you better be happy I'm in this small little room because I would have taken a walk. I only can't take but about 4 steps that way, then 5 steps that way. He gonna rip the roof off and put on a second story. This is all a story.
But how much is that going to cost, and how long is it going to take the people to give us the money to do that? Because in keeping with our revolutionary Pan-African nationalist platform, we do not take funding
From whites, from the government.
From non-African sources, including government. So how long would that take? And while that building is being renovated, where will our children be educated?
We're in 2026. This video's from 2021. Ain't no kids up there.
It would not be in our best interest to sell that school. Psychologically, economically, operationally, it would not be good. With all that being said, we still have to face reality.
What's the reality, Umar?
We still have to face reality. And the reality of the situation is, it's taken our people from the spring of 2014.
You're going to blame it on black people.
When we first started receiving donations through PayPal, which were frozen in less than a year's time due to hate.
This is a lie, too, because I have it on the timeline. He didn't start with PayPal. He's such a fucking lie. This guy lies so much. He didn't start with PayPal. That's why he was mad at black people, because they asked him to get on PayPal. He wanted them to keep sending to what? It's Black Anonymous here? James? Black Wolf? Cynthia G. Let me stop. I should do that. He was mad. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Watch this. Umar, this guy, he lies so much. It's really incredible. You guys know the video. PayPal sabotage us, y'all. This is in 2015, and when it comes online, January 19th of 2015. The video could have been recorded in 2014. Listen to what he say.
Still, we doing okay. PayPal sabotaged us, y'all. Let me tell you how PayPal sabotaged. I called PayPal before I started using PayPal for the school.
See? It was checks in the mail, checks, money orders. You guys remember this? This guy, he lies so much, but watch what he say right here. Yep. Checks and money orders to his P.O. box. That was the one that was in Philadelphia. Thank you, Maddie. Yep. But watch what he does, right? Watch what he says right here. He lies so much.
Fundraising. And I didn't want to use PayPal, but lazy Negroes kept talking about why I just can't make an online donation. Take your lazy ass to the post office and get a stamp.
See, get a stamp for what? So they can send him a check or money order, or in some cases cash, because they were sending cash to his P.O. box. Yeah, you remember this video SH Play? Yep.
But anyway, they kept on bugging me, so I said, okay, let me do this PayPal. Now call.
He's talking about his donors too. So disrespectful.
PayPal first. I said, listen, I don't have tax exempt status yet. I won't have it to the end of the year. And I don't want y'all to freeze my account. If y'all going to freeze my account, I don't even want to start with PayPal. They told me you should be fine. Now check this out. We raised $25,000, PayPal don't say nothing. We raised $50,000, PayPal don't say nothing. We raised $100,000, PayPal don't say nothing. So when I get to $125,000, they freeze my damn account. I called them. I said, listen, can I talk to somebody about this? Because y'all told me this would not happen. Y'all know it take a while to get that tax exempt status from the IRS. I told y'all we're going to have it by the end of the year. In the meantime, I got over 200 people who have an automatic deduction on PayPal. I didn't even know this. But every day I'm seeing 25 payments skipped, payments skipped, payments skipped. These are automatic payments that our brothers and sisters set up through PayPal. Every day I'm seeing, I didn't even know people had that many automatic payments set up.
Look at the guy in the background.
So we're losing money because PayPal got the account froze and going to keep it frozen.
All right. Yeah. It's a good point, Sammy. Listen to the people just eating this up. He's abusing you. Absolutely. Yeah, he calls the donors lazy. I even call people that send you money for free. You're gonna call them lazy. He ain't even got a job. It's crazy. But you see the point. He lies all the time. He totally contradicts himself. And I'll play this other one. Hate. What that got to do with? See how much this guy lies? Oh, he's bringing up the conscious stripper. I haven't listened to this. I listened to like the first few, maybe 30, 40 seconds. Oh, someone said you can't hear it? Okay. Yeah, let me try it again. It may be because I pulled that other video up. Yeah, let me try this again. And then we'll move on. Okay. Well, that's fascinating. I haven't listened to this in totality yet. Okay. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Oh, wait a minute. It's not gonna let me do it that way. Yeah, there's something going on here. Let me try one more time. Okay, can you guys hear it now? Well, I'm sorry. Here we go. Yeah, there's something going on with this. Yeah. Okay. If it doesn't work right here, then we'll just table this. It's fascinating, though. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. What about now? Nope. Okay. Yeah. Let me try this one time.
I don't know if I would ever be able to get used to that every day coming outside the school and just seeing what was ours
Yeah. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it doesn't.
being operated by outsiders.
Oh, you can hear it now? Okay, cool.
And then once our population begins to grow, which it will, where do we expand to? Where?
I think we're at the 10:50.
So the hate is as old as the fundraiser itself.
Dragonito!
I've been saying 5 years.
What's up, sweetie?
I've been counting from the Kim Ringworm COINTELPRO conspiracy, but actually it didn't begin in the spring of 2015.
Yeah, we'll do 30 more
It began in the spring of 2014. The PayPal was frozen before the COINTELPRO conspiracy.
There you go.
It was frozen before that. But through the will of God, working through our ancestors, we were able to unfreeze the PayPal account a few months ago. All of the money donated is still there, and we can access it whenever we want, which has been a blessing. So we have it all there.
Yeah.
Because as you all know, people were making the case that I lost all those donations. Or he spent those donations. Those donations were not touched. Well, let me take that back. $10 of the PayPal money was touched. And the $10 of the PayPal money was not spent. It was transferred. It was transferred from the FDMG PayPal account to the FDMG bank account. Why did I transfer $10 from the FDMG PayPal account to the FDMG bank account? To make sure the account was reactivated once I received notification from PayPal that it was no longer frozen, that the block was off. So I sent $10 to make sure when it's time to pay these contractors and we have to transfer over tens of thousands of dollars, that money would be there.
This guy.
That money would be there.
Wow.
So, getting back to this FDMG situation.
All right, man. I'm telling you guys, Umar, he is a storyteller. He just keeps going. It's incredible. This lion. All right. Let me check on this poll. The poll question, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Umar will do a full tour to show that the buildings have been completely renovated? We have 1,179 votes so far. 12% said yes. 88% said no. Make sure you get your vote in during this live stream. And our goal is 500 likes during the live stream. Yes. We're at 423. If you are enjoying the show or you've been enjoying the show, go on and hit that like button. It only take you about 2 seconds, but it makes a huge, huge difference. I can tell by the numbers. You know, we've been doing fantastic this week, so it helps to get these videos out into the algorithm. Okay, shout out to Cougar Chat. Thanks to the Miles Tube handling business. Let me get caught up on these super chats, and then we're gonna get back to we're gonna get to the third video that Umar uploaded 2 days ago. Okay. All right. Black Wolf says, what's up in the Cougar Chat? Umar selling FDMG for. Okay, I got that one earlier. All right, thank you. Lewis says Umar gives switch hitter vibes, like he bats on both sides of the plate. We used to call it ACDC, two big crusty mofos wrestling. Man, that's a little too graphic, my brother. That's a little too graphic. Thank you for the super chat. YouTube said Lenon trespassed into Umar Johnson's brownfield. You guys. Psalms 91, Proverbs 16 says, collecting millions for a school that requires a GED when you graduate is absolutely insane. And yeah, and then expecting parents to pay between $500 and $600 a month. That's absolute insanity. But that's Umar. All right, thank you for being a member for 25 months. I'm working on the next segment of the documentary. I want to say it's like an hour and 20 minutes so far. I didn't expect it to be that long, and I'll have that available for members only next week. Okay, thank you, Psalms 91, Proverbs 16 for being a member. SH Play says, even if offices and classrooms are completed, what's up with the HVAC in mode? Yeah, I don't think that the HVAC is functional. I don't think so. I remember the last time he updated on the HVAC, he did say that it was working, but I don't believe it. I remember last time he gave an update on it, he said he needed controls, whatever that means. So that's an issue. The HVAC is clearly, the mode is an issue. There's all types of issues, you know, and Umar, what he's showing people is cosmetic stuff, you know, like flooring being done, you know, ceiling tiles being put back in the ceilings. Okay, that's like surface level stuff. There's all type. I mean, the first thing, like we've been talking about, is that mold remediation should have taken place back in February. Should have started at least in February of 2019. So there's all types of issues. Umar knows that, and he knows that he knows that he will not pass inspection, but he wants to go through this. It's just like, you know, everything is smoke and mirrors. He wants to go through this process in order to make it appear as if he's making serious efforts. But again, this is all to figure out a way on his part to not be in a position where he's in court, wherein his documents are subpoenaed, his bank accounts are subpoenaed, the financials of FDMG are subpoenaed, and it becomes public record. That's all this is all about. You know? So he don't care about the HVAC or the mode. See, if he was serious about putting in a certificate of occupancy, he would have already had the mold taken care of. But he's probably gonna leave. I don't know, but he's probably gonna leave it like it is, and then put in a certificate. It's gonna be denied. But then now that sets this up so that he could keep this going for another 6 months, 10 months, 11 months. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Now it's possible he won't even go live on Saturday, like he said. His back is up against the wall. He may not even go live. We're gonna see. Thank you, SH Play. Go super chat. Munya says, is not Umar a narcissist, similar to Marcus Garvey with the grand vision and mission statements? Yeah, there are people who have stated that Marcus Garvey had delusions of grandeur too. I haven't researched into him. I do know that Umar sees Marcus Garvey as not only his idol, but that's who he wants to be most of all. I'll dare say even more so than Frederick Douglass. If you listen to old Marcus Garvey, there's only a couple, there's not a lot, but if you listen to recordings of Marcus Garvey's speeches, Umar, you can tell he picks up certain things. And one of the things he picks up from Marcus Garvey is he'll be speaking and then he'll start screaming. Anyone know what I'm talking about? The one. That's what Umar does. Some of them going to say, he does the same thing. So that's his idol. That's why Umar, he really wanted to be the next President General. I think it's what it's called, President General of the UNIA. That's why he was causing all types of problems. And I think it's 121, that division. Because ultimately he wanted to seize power and control because he wanted to put himself as the next Marcus Garvey. Yes, Umar. Right? There's also, you guys listen, when we get on Saturday, when we play the school announcement video, he's going to reference Marcus Garvey and he's going to reference specific dates and he's going to associate those dates dealing with the Black Star Line, I believe, and he's going to reference that date as if it correlates or it has some significance to the date that Umar Johnson purchases these trap banners in Wilmington, Delaware, 2019. You'll see. Yeah, he really wants to be Marcus Garvey. All right. Again, I haven't looked into Marcus Garvey enough to be able to make any statements about whether he was a scammer or anything like that. I do know that he was not loyal to his wife and that he took a second wife who was his secretary. I do know that. So I have a sense that that's one of the reasons why Umar, when he talks about his secretaries, it gets sexual, but then he talks about how he wants 2 wives. I know it sounds weird, but that's Umar. Okay, thank you, Munya. I appreciate it. Truth and Lawler says, doesn't Umar realize FDMG is a never-ending money pit? Yeah, I think he realized. I think he's known that for a long time. But it doesn't matter to him because ultimately this is how he gets his money. See, I think Umar knew that from the jump when he purchased these trap banners. I played the video yesterday from 2017 where Umar he had already toured the buildings, so he knew what condition they were in. Even in 2017, by 2019, they're in way worse condition because the buildings weren't secured properly. They're still not secured properly. But it doesn't matter to Umar. At the end of the day, Umar, he said, okay, this is what I think Umar, how he was thinking. If I take $400,000, around $400,000, even though he says it was around $700,000, but if I take $400,000 and I purchases these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, yeah, I'm going to have to put up this $400,000. I raised $1 million by the end of 2016. So in 2019, I'm just going to throw 400,000. But what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to collect another $1 million over the next 7 years. That's in essence what Umar did. If we look at his tax forms for 2019, he said after purchasing these abandoned buildings, he had $500,000 left over. And then he's collecting money. It's going to be close to $1 million, not counting 2025 or whatever money he collected in 2026 so far. We're not even counting that. It's going to be around $1 million, somewhere close to $1 million. It may be at $1 million, something like that. I would have to go back and do the calculations. But for Umar, if you can collect another $1 million over the next 7 years and just string people along, and you pay $400,000 in order to do that, it makes sense for Umar. Plus all the other money that he collected prior to paying out that $400,000 that he's pocketed. So he knew that it was a money pit, but it doesn't matter because the more he has to put into it, and it's really that he acts as if he's putting into it. Right, delusion of progress. That he behaves as if we're working. How many times we've heard Umar, we work. The more he does that, it makes people feel as if he's really sincere, he's really serious, and then they keep sending him money. He can extend this indefinitely. Well, that's precisely what's happened, and it's a money pit. It's going to cost millions and millions and millions of dollars to get these buildings up to code. I'm talking about both sides of the streets, millions and millions and millions of dollars. Umar knows that by now. After 7 years, he hasn't completed one classroom. He knows that by now. Yeah, it's a money pit, but he don't care. Thank you, True Trees and Logic. TJ says, we're not selling water ices. We're not selling hot dogs. We are trying to build an institution, as he says. That's the grandiosity with Umar, with the narcissism. He's not building an institution. He's not even building a school. What he's been doing is slowly renovating a school and not doing a good job at it either. But he has to make everything, the accomplishment, and they always have to be over the top. I'm the most requested. I'm Big Papa. I'm King Kong consciousness. I got 6 degrees. I'm a therapist. I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a child psychotherapist. I'm a child psychologist. I'm a school psychologist. One time, I kid you not, Umar said that he was a conflict resolution expert. Out of all people, that's what Umar said. When y'all see the next segment of the documentary, boy, it's gonna be crazy. And I want y'all to remember that he's a conflict resolution expert. Y'all gonna see. Anyway, he's not building anything, but the idea that he's building an institution, that's just an oversell on Umar's part. Everything is always over the top. It's always it's borderline impossible, but he throws it out there because it sounds good, and he oversells over and over again. That's Umar. All right, thank you, TJ. What's up? Giannis says, I'm in Ohio and it's snowing. Umar is a don't do that. All right. Thank you, Giannis. Stay safe. Daxter says Jermaine was sniffing. He sure was. Anyway, thank you, Daxter. Kiara says he been hitting that sacred rock that fell on Baba. yeah. Father David said he want that rock on top of him. That's what he said. You know, Umar doesn't. We were talking about this yesterday. Umar doesn't mention the sacred rock anymore. You guys notice that? He used to talk about it all the time. He would sit on it. He would lean up against it. He would live stream over there. He don't do that anymore. But I think it's because we used to clown him about it. So he got self-conscious. He stopped doing it. I was calling him a lazy lizard, like he was basking. He was laying up there like a let me stop. So he stopped doing it. Thank you, Kara, for the super chat. Miss Honey says Lenon is tickled by Umar's story time. It's funny. See, the thing is that it's so outlandish, and Umar can't just get to the point. Everything has to be over the top, and then he goes in all these different directions. Then he just starts building stuff on top of stuff. And if you guys look at pathological liars, that's what they do. Like, they can't just tell, give you just a straight lie. I guess he does that sometimes. But overwhelmingly, what takes place is it's something that is extremely elaborate. Narcissists do that too. They'll lie, and it's over the top. It's elaborate. It's not logical. And you listen to it, and it's like, okay, they're saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. But they're still going with. That's fascinating to me. It's funny too. It is. It's funny, but that's what Umar does. And see, here's the thing. He does that not in video format where there's people listening to him. He does it as an MP3 recording for the Big Papa podcast. So it's not like he has a chat room like we have here where there's interaction and all this stuff. He's literally sitting down or maybe even standing up, and he's just coming up with this shit on the spot. Yeah, that's funny. It's hilarious. It's crazy, but that's Umar. Right? Thanks, Ms. Honey. Annie Worldrid says, Lenon, I believe he is going to use the buildings as a community center, not a school. A school is not his focus. Yeah. See, the thing is that if he wanted to do that, he could have done that, and it would have been, first of all, it would be a downgrade, right? It would be a downgrade from opening up a campus. It'd be a downgrade from, because he calls it a campus, meaning these 3 buildings. It'd be a downgrade from opening up just one building, that one school. If he wanted to do a community center, that would be held in that gym. That makes sense? The small gym. But if he was serious about that, that could have been done easily by 2020. Because he had the money. Again, he reports to the IRS in 2020 that he had $500,000 sitting in a non-interest bearing account after he purchased these abandoned buildings. So if that's the case, he could have taken that $500,000 and put it directly into that small gym. And then, not to say that it would, because he said it was going to cost $350,000 to renovate the small school. He says it's going to cost $1 million to do both sides of the street. Well, he was sitting on over $500,000. So you would think he could at least get with that 500. The smallest building of all 3, much smaller, is that small gym. Well, based on what Umar was quoting, $500,000 would have been more than enough to turn that small gym into a community center. But he didn't do that. So it would be a downgrade, But see, if he was serious about doing that, he could have done that in 2020. And see, if he had done it in 2020, or even let's give him some grace, 2021, well, that would have been a major accomplishment, and more, and the donations would have flooded in after that, because that's proof of concept. Okay, it's not a school, but this is where we're going to start. We're going to have community events. We're going to have basketball tournaments. He said he was going to do all this anyway. He didn't do anything. We're going to have basketball tournaments. We're going to have an after school program. Even though it's crazy, because right next door is the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to have after school program if they want to get tutoring. We're going to have people who are going to volunteer tutors and all stuff. He could have pulled that off with $500,000. It was over $500,000 by 2021. He could have done that, but he didn't. Why not? Well, because it's a money pit, and it's not just a money pit in terms of the money that needs to go in to get these buildings up to code. It's also a money pit because the money that they're sending to Umar, most of it has gone to Umar. Now, and it could be argued in 2026 that may be Umar's next move. We can consider it. That's the thing about this Umar Johnson saga. We can consider a lot of things because it's gone in so many different directions. What if on Saturday Umar says, "Hey, listen, we're really close to." I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying this is what he's going to do. What if Umar gets on and says, "Listen, we're really close to finishing up this small school. The office is done. The parent conference room is done. We just need a little more money. We need them donations so that we can finish this up. But what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to open up the gym, and that's going to be our hub. It's going to be a community center. Okay, but we need donations. Either way, we're going to need donations. He could do something like that. Would I be surprised? Not at all. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. That's the thing about the Umar Johnson saga. It's gone in so many different directions over the years. You know, in some cases it's entertaining, but overall, I think it's such a major disappointment because Umar, all throughout all of this, for over a decade now. We can even just look over the last 7 years. It's as if he does not care that people have sent him millions of dollars. It's as if he doesn't care to actually provide services for that community out there. It's as if he doesn't care about children, which I know that's the case because he don't care about his own children. But let's see if Umar goes live, because he may not even go live on Saturday. He's a coward. Let's see if he goes live, and if he makes an announcement like this, okay, you know, we can say and he called it. But here's the thing: we never know with Umar. We never know. He may get up there with some Daisy Dukes on. Let me stop. Talk about I'm about to get my hair washed. Ain't no telling. let's move on. Let me stop. I shouldn't do that. Thank you, Annie, for the super chat. Goddess Noel says Umar said he's gonna tear the roof off like he sure did. He said, family, we might have to tear the roof off and build a second story. He said the same thing about the gym one time. Listen, I kid you not. One time, Umar said that they were going to build an observatory on the roof so that he could see the surface of planets, the surfaces of planets. That's what he said. I'm talking about the roof of these bandos up there in Wilmington, Delaware. They're gonna build a whole observatory up there on the roof. And that's in Big Papa Podcast. I think it's number 5 or 8. I can't remember. It's Big Papa Podcast number 8, I believe. That other one that I thought it was 8, I think that's the one we're listening to. I think that's number 18. If anyone has all of them, listen, and you want to send them to me, I'll cash app you $100. I'll cash app you 150 if you got all of them. Okay. Anyway, I kid you not, that he said they were going to build an observatory on the roof. Yeah, Parliament. Yeah. Thank you, Goddess Noah, for the super chat. Okay, and Andy, thank you for the super chat too. I don't think I forgot to thank you. And Miss Honey, thank you so much. SH Play says this is too good not to hit the like button. Yeah. This I'm telling you, Umar Johnson song ain't nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it. And when Umar starts to tell stories, it's fascinating. It's weird, but it's fascinating. Yeah. Thank you, SH Play. User 225 says FDMG is the Harvard of the Black Mo. All right. You know, it's funny. It's not funny. Umar's never mentioned, he hasn't brought up the issue of the mode as something that needs to be fixed or rectified. There's time when someone said there's black mold, but he said, yeah, we're just going to wipe it off. But I'm talking about as a plan, what are we going to do about this mode? He's never done that. And I asked the question, I think last week, does anyone ever remember him actually addressing that issue in terms of the solution? I'm talking about not just for the mold that was in that small gym, but there's mold all over the place. And Umar's never done that. But that just goes to show you it's not about opening up a school, because that's going to stop everything. When they come out and look at these trap bandos, if in fact Umar puts in applies for certificate of occupancy, okay, mind you, there are things, there's inspections that are actually supposed to take place before he does that. When they come and they do an inspection, when they see the mold, that's it. It's over with. When they see, if they go into that small gym and they see that bump on the court, it's been warped like that, that's an automatic fail. But Umar don't care. He don't care. All right, thanks you, Divide. God's little princess. This be lying room 130. He lie all the time. That's what Umar does, and he don't care, and he just keeps going. This is from when I was playing earlier. If y'all caught in late, you got to make sure you check out this in the archive, because I played a video from the Big Papa podcast, and you ain't gonna believe what Umar was saying. He wild. And then we got to get going here. I do not understand how anyone could start lying like that and just keep the lie going and just keep going. Umar, he could lie. I mean, it's possible this guy could sit there and lie for hours. It's hard to tell one lie, let alone another one and then another one, and do this for hours. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Someone that called him Darth Liar the other day. He a Sith Lord. He's Darth Liar. Okay. Thanks, God, little princess. Enterprise, lies, so many lies. I sent vid to you from 224. Yeah, I got the email. I don't think that was what you call it in there though. Let me go check my email right quick, because I didn't see an attachment. I think it was a link to the YouTube. I didn't download it though. Let me see here right quick. Oh, Black Mario sent me a what you call it too. Let me download that right quick. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find this. Let me put on what Black Mario just sent me, then I'll go and find this right quick. Give me 1 second, everybody.
Locked In Podcast, CashApp, and put something on my books. Ladies, I got a new fundraiser. It's called Conjugal with the Doctor.
Chest piece drops, revolution don't stop, just got visit.
What in the world?
This is the Locked In Podcast. Hit the Cash App and put something on my books. Ladies, I got a new fundraiser. It's called Conjugal with the Doctor.
Chest piece drops, revolution don't stop, just got visit.
I see what he's doing. Okay, that's a new scam by Umar. Okay. Yeah, that's wild. Thank you for sending that. I'm trying to find this. Let me see here. Yeah, I saw it earlier. Yeah, I got so many emails today. Here it is right here. Okay, yeah, let me download it right quick. Then I can pull it up. Yeah, shout out to Enterprise. Enterprise has been going up there to go see what the conditions are up there at these bandos. There we go. Let's see if this works, because I was having a problem with my downloader. Yeah, it's still not working. I think I need to update it again. Yeah, that's what the problem. Let me install this update. I just updated it last week. They got another update. It's downloading right now. It's extracting. Yeah, shout out to Enterprise. Enterprise been going up there looking at what the exterior at the very least. So I want to see if Umar is actually going to do a walkthrough. I don't think he will. Okay, I'm going to install and relaunch. It's installing now. All right, now let me try downloading it now. It should work. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, I had the same issue last week. It might have been this week. I can't remember. All right, let me play this right quick. So this is from yesterday. Okay, hot off the press. Shout out to Enterprise. Let's go and take a look. Here we go.
Good evening. Good evening, good people. This is North Inc. News.
Damn, y'all, look at that. The Moyer sign is still on the building. Y'all see that? Hit the one. Umar ain't got no shame. Y'all see the Moyer sign? I remember he gave this excuse why he didn't take it down. I should play that for y'all. Y'all trip off of that. It's still up there.
Coming to you live and direct, courtesy of Enterprise Entertainment.
You see it? Umar, you a trip, bro.
Seems that
yeah, look at all that mold going down the wall. That's crazy.
Mr. Johnson has went live again, you know, trying to do some more of the illusion of progress.
Yeah. What's up?
So every time he go live, I'm doing video.
All right.
We're gonna dispel all these lies and rumors right now. Same.
Dang, he got a gang of cameras. You see this? Umar got a gang of cameras.
Bag of trash as the snow melts.
Yeah. Let me go back and show that. So if you look at that little fence right there, you see that sign runway, but you look at the fence and then you can see that black bag. That's been there for many months. Yeah.
Same bag of trash as the snow melts.
There go Captain Crunch. Hey, it's two Captain Crunch, huh? Yeah, there's two of them. You can't have two Captain Crunch. How you gonna have two Captain Crunch, Umar? That ain't right. You only get one Captain Crunch.
For all those that didn't know or believe me when I had did video before, I'm currently in the truck that I drive, and I'm on the grounds of FDMG. There is no improvement. Renovations are not done.
There's a little mold over there too. That's on the small building.
And this is the building he spent money on. Renovations are not done. Like, seriously, look at all that.
See that? Yeah.
That mold.
There it is right there. Crazy.
Right there.
He should have fixed that long time ago, y'all, because that water trickles right down to the foundation. These shits ain't gonna pass. They're not gonna pass.
Another bag of trash. As the snow melts, the bullcrap comes to life. Same boarded up window.
Yeah, the camera's clear. You must got a real good phone. My phone don't be looking like that. They don't be looking like that. I got a cheap phone. I got too many kids that have an expensive phone.
Windows.
Yeah, you see the windows are boarded up. Good point right there. Y'all see that? Windows are still boarded up.
Same boarded up windows.
And a bag of trash. That's a new bag of trash, I think. Shout out to Enterprise. Let's give them some love in the chat room, y'all.
We're gonna keep on your butt. Ooh, moist. We're not going nowhere.
Don't do that. Why you doing like that? Shout out to Enterprise. All right, and thank you for the super chat, Slur. Yeah, it clearly ain't nothing changed on the exterior. It's the same. But why would we expect anything different? See, it's gonna be interesting to see what Umar does on Saturday. I don't think he's gonna live stream. I think he's gonna cower out and punk out. Watch. That's what I think. But we're gonna get together anyway. Thank you, Enterprise, for the super chat and for going up there to show us new footage from yesterday. All right, shout out to you. What's up, Derek? Says every time he speaks softly, is he getting scrubbed? No, that's just Umar when he gets into this mode of lying and he's trying to sound sedity. That's the word. If y'all don't know what that is, let me give you a definition. And what did I say I was going to pull up? I said I was going to pull something up. Somebody let me know in the chat room. Sedity is a slang term originating in African-American vernacular English that describes someone acting snooty, stuck up, snobbish, arrogant, or superior. So when Umar talks like that, that's what he's doing. We're going to, and it just so happened that this last Monday, he sounds all calm like that. No, that's Umar telling stories. See, if I play the other Big Papa podcast, he does the same thing. He talks the same way. What did I say? I said I was thinking about something I was going to pull up. Did anyone remember what it was in the chat room? Yeah, nobody remember. There's a lot of love for Enterprise, though. That's good. Okay. Yeah, because I was going to pull up this other video. I can't remember what I was talking about, though. Okay. Thanks, Derek, for the super chat. What's up, brother Malik says no one can enter bandos legally without a certificate of occupancy or insurance. Yeah, the question would be though, would Umar be able to? I know in 2019 he had people walking through there, and we were talking about it back then that the people should not be in there because it's a health hazard and it's a tripping hazard. And there was one time there was a woman in there and she was holding her nose because of the mildew smell. So I wonder, I mean, legally, can Umar be in there? Because that's the thing, he shouldn't be in there anyway. Well, I'm just talking about from a health standpoint. But I wonder if without insurance, and I don't think he has insurance, and clearly he doesn't have a certificate of occupancy, is he supposed to be in the first place? That's a good question. Thanks, brother Malik, for the super chat. I appreciate it. User 225 says Metro had to use steel wool on Umar Johnson. Call him Metro. Don't do that. Okay. Oh, what would I say? Oh, the sign. Okay, thank you. I'll pull that up. Thank you so much. Okay, I forgot. I'm not pulling up the alien video. Now on Saturday we're doing a marathon, so if you guys have requests, we'll do that. Okay. The J Moore Academy sign. Okay, I'll find that one and pull that on because you guys are gonna trip off of what Umar say on that one. All right. I'm almost caught up on these super chats. Let me just get to these other ones real quick. D Will says, what's up, Lenon and Cooker Chat? Just want to show some love. I'm late, but I'll be back later. Looking forward to the marathon. I'm off to work and got my popcorn. Oh, I'm off from work, got my popcorn ready. Much love, everyone. All right. Salute to you, D Will. We will be here on Saturday. I still haven't figured out what time. It'll be earlier on in the day. And we'll start with the 3 videos that Umar Johnson he put up. That'll be 7 years. Okay, on that day, 7 years ago. And we'll go through those, and then we'll wait to see if Umar goes live because he said he's going to make this huge announcement. If he doesn't, we'll just pull up other videos and we'll hang out for a while. It's all good. Okay, either way, we're going to get it in this weekend. Shout out to everyone in Cooker Chat. Also, thanks to everyone. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for coming to hang out. This has been an interesting journey over these many years. And, you know, right now, I really I know that Umar's back it's up against the wall like never before. You know, he has so much that he has to deal with right now. And if we hadn't held him accountable and other people, critics of Umar, hadn't held him accountable, Umar would have been content with not doing anything since February of 2019. He would have been content with not doing anything. He would just go up there and say, hey, listen, this is what we're working on, not show anything because there's no account. There ain't nobody checking him on none of it. And say, we need this, we're almost done, and just done this for the next decade. I mean, he's been at it for 7 years now since he acquired these trap bandos. But it's because of the criticism and legitimate criticism. I'm always fair with Umar and seeking to hold him accountable that Umar, he's had to do a lot that he would not have done otherwise. So even his donors should be thanking us for staying on Umar because there's a lot that he wouldn't even have pretended to do if it wasn't for us. Okay. All right, D. Well, see you on Saturday. Okay, thank you so much for the super chat. Legal Ish says, real talk, how was there ever a school convo without a written plan or a budget? Good question. Umar's 2010 Facebook post mentioned $500 a month tuition. It's 2026. What's the inflation adjusted model now? That's a good question too. Now, I don't have the Facebook post mentioning that it was $500 a month. The first time I heard Umar say 500, I have it in my notes. He says $500 a month was in 2013, okay, which is close to 2010. But maybe there is a Facebook post I haven't seen. I don't remember seeing it. I've already taken screenshots and downloaded all of that on his original Facebook page. Let me look here real quick, and let me write this down. I need to pull up the Moyer sign. Well, let me get into my timeline right quick. And I'm going to type in $500. Let's see if it comes up. $500,000 in 1 year and 4 months and 3 weeks. That's what he said on the Breakfast Club, August 31st of 2015. 1 year, 4 months, and 3 weeks after starting to raise money, he said he had raised $500,000, $500,000 in 2015. The purchase price was $400,000, around $400,000. Y'all think about that for a moment. Purchase price was $400,000. Umar said that he had raised $1 million in 1 year and 4 months on the Breakfast Club back in 2000. What was that? 2015. So if we just take that, that covers the purchase price right there. We got 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 10 more years of collecting money. Where does this money go? All right. Yes. So he quoted $500 when he was at the World Beat Center in San Diego. Shout out to Diego, Eastside Peru. This was September 14th of 2013. And the video, Dr. Umar Johnson live streams from World Beat Center. The video, if you go to, I'm not going to pull it up, but if you go to the 2 hour and 25 minute, 30-second mark, he says $500 a month. So getting back to what you're saying here, Umar's never presented a written plan or a budget. And normally that's done by a group of people. It's not just one person, but it's just Umar. When the Umar Academy, I can pull it up too, because I have that documentation. I have their budget. I think when they sought to open up, they were seeking to open up the second time, and they had put together a budget. And I mean, the whole thing, I can't even remember how many pages it is. It's a significant document, because it's not just the budget. They outline everything, the plan for the school, how many teachers they're going to need, how many students they're going to need to start, you know, what work needs to be done on the buildings. I mean, it was, I could pull up and show it to you guys. I won't do it here, but the point is Umar's never shown a written plan or a budget. And you know why? He doesn't have one. And you know, he's not working with people who can help him to put together one. Let me say something else too. Umar is not mentally equipped to put together a written plan or a budget for anything. He couldn't do it even if he had to. And because he doesn't have a team that he's working with, or he doesn't have, you know, a board of directors that can help him with that process, it's never been done. Just like with the curriculum, it's never been done. When's the last time we saw Umar show paperwork associated with FDMG? Any paperwork. Umar Johnson donors. When's the last time Umar showed you any paperwork dealing with FDMG? Isn't that a fascinating question? Black Anonymous is in the building. I think you're still here. Black Anonymous, if you're still here, have you ever seen Umar present a document, an official document dealing with FDMG? Now, maybe you have. I haven't seen it. So that's what I'm saying. The idea of Umar writing a plan or a budget, that's so far away from anything that we can expect from Umar. He's never shown any documentation, official documentation associated with FDMG. Now that's deep. See, think about this. Again, in 2010, Umar states, January 6th of 2010, he states promises in 2010 to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Pan African School for Black boys, specializing in learning disability and disruptive behavior disorders. This will be a private school, and yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. Grand opening September 11, 2013. This is Chestnut Checkers. And since that time, or even before that time, because he conceptualized this in 2004, we have not seen one official document. I haven't seen it. Someone else may have seen it. If you have, send it to me. I haven't seen one official document associated with FDMG. So if here we are 16 years later, okay, and this is just logic and reason. If we're here 16 years later, is it rational to think that somehow Umar has a written plan or a budget? No, he would have shown it by now. Yeah. Listen, he conceptualized this in 2004. I have the receipt. It's in the documentary. He conceptualized FDMG in 2004. First he says 2005, but it was before that. Okay, that would be 2004. And here we are. 2004, 22 years later. And Umar hasn't shown one official document associated with these trap banners in Wilmington, Delaware, or with this project of FDMG. Not one. At least I haven't seen it. Now, if I haven't seen it, and Black Anonymous ain't seen it, and Black Wolf ain't seen it, Information Man ain't seen it, it don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so what's inflation adjusted model now? Umar has no idea. He absolutely doesn't have any idea. I can pull up the Moyer Academy. I can't remember what their budget was for both sides of the street, but if we adjust for inflation, it's millions of dollars. I'm talking about operation costs per year. And we're not even counting all of the things that Umar, ancillary things, additional things that Umar Johnson said he was going to do outside the scope of a regular school. Like he's going to teach the boys how to float ships and, help them to get their junior pilot's licenses and have a black farm or FMG farm with a black pig. That's what he said. And going to put observatory up on the roof and tear the roof off and put a second floor. Anyway, he don't have no idea. And I'm going to tell you that the craziest part about it's all crazy, but the craziest part about this is that even though Umar has no idea and he don't know what he's doing, he believes that he knows everything. All right. Thank you for the super chat, legal-ish. And thank you, D. Will, as well. Okay. Arrogant People says smoked salmon on upper bread. I'm so behind in this chat room. That was from way earlier. I don't know. That's what I come up with. Umar, he lied. It kind of sounds kind of okay, but then you be like, wait a minute. But see, when I try to make shit up, it's be weird shit. Like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Salmon on top of the upper bread. Smoked salmon. That's not what I came into my mind. I don't know. I'm a horrible liar. That's one thing. Thanks, Arrogant People, for super chat. His lies tells lies. You're absolutely right. That's the thing about Umar. You can always expect that with Umar because he'll lie and then he'll lie on that lie and lie on that lie, and then it just goes on forever. That's Umar. He's a pathological liar. I'm actually starting to think, I said this, I think, a couple of weeks ago, that he's a compulsive liar. You know, that's what he does, and once he starts, he can't stop himself. You know. Thanks, Derek. And then Yaya says, is the electric still illegally connected? I would think that by now it's legally connected. I haven't checked. You know, I haven't made any phone calls. I haven't done any of that type of stuff in a long time. But I would think that by now it is. I would hope that it is. And real talk, it needs to be, because if for the certificate of occupancy, they're going to be checking for all that stuff. See, Umar knows that and I said this months ago, just by them going to go check the permits right away, it's going to be an automatic fail, because it's not going to add up. Because he had people coming in doing work, weren't pulling permits, that would come and do pull permits, but they wouldn't finish work. It's just an automatic fail. That's one of the first things that they're going to look at are the permits. I said this months ago. So, but Umar doesn't care, and they're going to look for any work that was done on the electricity, and there was a lot of work that was done on it. I can't remember what the figure was. I thought it was like $61,000 back in the day. Someone had gotten in there. I can't remember who it was. That's what he paid out just to get in the small building and in that small gym to get electricity turned on. He actually had professionals come through, and from what I remember, they did pull receipt. I could be wrong. But from what I remember, if memory serves me correctly, they did pull permits. I would have to go back and look. I haven't been on that page in years. So yeah, he got some work done professionally, but the vast majority of the work that was done up there wasn't done by professionals, and then they didn't pull permits. The painting, the flooring, that he's showing off in this video from 2 days ago. Okay, are there permits that were pulled for that? Plumbing work, are there permits that was pulled for all of it? Doesn't mean permits for everything. The fire, he says a sprinkler system or the fire suppression system, there needs to be permits for all of that, and a whole host of other things. That's not my, in terms of this FDMG school scam, that's beyond the scope. A lot of it's beyond the scope for me in terms of, because that's not my field of expertise. I'm mainly focused on FDMG, the financial aspect of this, all of the lies that Umar Johnson tells, the timeline, what he says and how it contradicts what he says later, that type of stuff. But there are people who know, and they're into construction, that none of this is going to add up, and that ultimately, what I mean by that in terms of the permits, that ultimately it's going to be a fail. It's going to fail. There's no way they're going to pass inspection. So again, getting back to the question, is electric still illegally connected? I would think that by now, and I don't know for sure, but I would think by now that it's legally connected. Okay? Okay, thank you for all of the super chats. Okay, so there's one other video I want to pull up. I'm going to go back to the main video now, but I want to go find this one video about the Moyer Academy sign. Okay, because that's relevant to what we were talking about earlier. You would think that if renovations are complete, that he would have taken that sign down after 7 years. Okay, but I have a video where he explains why he didn't take that sign down. He's mad too about it. Okay, so while I look for that video, let me pull up the third video that Umar Johnson did 2 days ago. And we're going to go for like maybe another hour. Okay, so we got plenty of time. We're at 1,387 people in the building. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. I hope you're enjoying the show. In fact, if you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like button. We're at 548 likes. Let's go for 600. Okay, the poll question. Make sure you get your vote in. We have 1,420 votes. Do you think Umar will do a full tour to show that the buildings have been completely renovated? 12% said yes, 88% said no. I'm going to say no. That's my vote. Make sure you get your vote in during this live stream. And if you enjoyed anything during this live stream, hit that like button. Only take 2 seconds, but it makes a huge difference in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so here's the third video right here. I'll start it now. I'm going to see if I can find this other video. I'll be right back. Here we go. Yeah, by the way, notice he doesn't show the rest of the building, that interior for the small gym, for the small school. And he does that because he knows that those other rooms aren't renovated to completion. The rooms he showed aren't renovated to completion either, but they look decent. I give him credit for that. But he doesn't show anything else, and that's strategic on his part.
Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard. Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, you know what we do.
Yeah, my bad.
Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard. Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, you know what we do.
Why is he doing his hand like that?
Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, you know what we do.
What's up, Barn?
Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG
Yeah, maybe
Academy.
he's cold, huh?
Hit your PayPal.
Yeah, there he goes again. Okay, very childish, but this is, I mean, it's comforting to him. He's like a little child.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. I hope that's not a man talking about my beard. We have to get some testosterone shots.
Here he go.
I hope that's not a man talking about my beard. We have to get some testosterone shots. My sister said stop begging with a weave in her head. My beautiful African sister, you cannot criticize the prince as long as you're trying to look like a white woman. Take the weave out first, baby. Take the weave out.
Yeah, see, he does not take criticism well, and it's legitimate criticism, but that's the narcissism. Yeah, I've had plenty of critics, but what I did was I used the criticisms to get, I'm talking about the legitimate criticism. A lot of stuff was lies, but I'm talking about legitimate criticism to make some important decisions in my life and to move my life in a more positive, and not even positive, but a more fruitful direction. But you got to humble yourself and be receptive to the constructive criticism because it's there to help you. But Umar, he doesn't have that. He's the narcissism. He believes that he's the Black Messiah. It's just over the top. He's the Black Christ. Recently, he said a prophet of God. So he's not humble enough to accept the criticism, and it's legitimate criticism, and you can use that to inspire yourself and then make moves. That's what I've done. I would encourage everybody. Don't get all mad and all that. No, sometimes it can be hurtful, but if it's the truth, you deal with the truth. I'm really talking to you, man. You deal with the truth. and then you figure out what you need to do to up your game and go to the next level. But Umar, he can't do that. He's still out here and freezing in the cold, looking all bummy, begging for money. How many times we seen Umar do this too, by the way? It's crazy.
Head first before you talk about me. I don't want to hear nothing from the woman with a weave in her damn head. And
Again, black women think that somehow he has respect for y'all.
I definitely don't want to hear nothing from the woman.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this coming from a dude that paints his beard. Because you can see, look how his beard is all graying and stuff. That's because he ain't been able to stay at the mama house where he can actually, whatever he put in it. I don't know. I ain't got time. I wouldn't even have, even if I wanted to, I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got no time like that. Because you got to sit in. I don't know. Listen, I don't be spending but a couple minutes in the bathroom. I'll take a shot, and I'm in that shower. I'm out. That's it. I brush my teeth, floss. That's it. I'm out of there. If I got to handle some other bit, I'm in there real quick. I'm out of there. I ain't trying to sit in there trying to do hair or all this other stuff. Crazy. Anyway, that's just me. Miranda, how's it going? Says, hi, Lennon Cooker Chat. If renovations are complete, why would he video outside shivering in the cold? Hashtag story time with Tunde. The same, we asked the same question when Umar, the last time he said renovations were complete. That was in January. And then he's outside. See, he does go inside and shows 2 rooms this time, but that's strategic. That's to give the illusion that everything else in that one building is renovated. He doesn't show the rest. He's crafty. I mean, it's not like a major deception. It's subtle. It's more subtle, but that's the result that he wants. He wants his followers to see what he shows, not everything else. And then they believe that renovations are complete, so they continue to send him money. But see, the question that you're asking is, if renovations are complete all the way across the board, why isn't he inside live streaming? It's warmer in there, or at least we would think that it's, if the HVAC is working at least, right? But it don't work. Yeah. So these are critical questions that people can ask. Why is he outside shivering in the cold? Why? And if renovations are complete, why isn't he inside? Well, it's because renovations aren't complete. Umar knows that. But he has to continue to live stream so that he can beg for money. And I'm sure he's going to do that. He's going to beg for money some more. Okay? That's a critical question. And you Umar Johnson followers, those are the types of questions you should ask. The video is there. You look at the video forensics, there's all types of questions. Here's another question. Check this out. If renovations are complete, why isn't Umar inside showing renovations? Well, the reason why is because renovations aren't complete. Okay, let's take this a step forward. If clearly renovations are not complete, why isn't Umar inside these abandoned buildings renovating? Let's take it a step forward. Why isn't Umar Johnson dressed the part? Because renovations are not complete. Why isn't he dressed the part for renovations? Where's his tool belt? Hammer, nails, stud finder. I'm sorry. Have we ever seen Umar with a hard hat on while he's renovating? Measuring tape? All types of questions we can ask here. Okay. The bottom line is that renovations are not complete. That's why he's outside, because he can't be inside. Because if he walked around there enough, people gonna realize that he lied. But we already know he lied about renovations being complete, because he said renovations were complete back in August of 2023. We're in 2026. All right. Thank you, Miranda, for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, let me play a little more of this. I got this other video lined up too.
With a blonde weave in her damn head. Y'all better stop playing with me today.
Here he goes.
Y'all better stop playing with me today. Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan Africanism Parkway. Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan Africanism Parkway. Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan Africanism Parkway. Y'all know what it's about. We going for inspection this month.
This month.
Where the school at? We gonna see in a minute.
He's so mad.
Pray for FDMG.
Pray for it? What are you talking about? Pray for it. Boy, he always has an out, don't he? That's called hedging your bets. He'll say, God willing, or He say some other stuff too. Hopefully, pray for this so we can get this money up so we can get. I have to show you all this foolishness right now. Umar, he watching right now. Y'all, everybody say hi to Umar. Excuse me. Everybody say in the chat room, clear chat, say hi to Umar. He's watching right now. I'm gonna show you what Umar just posted on his Instagram. He's something else. He posted it 52 minutes ago. Umar, do you have any shame, sir? Any? Excuse me. Here y'all go. He ain't got no shame. Look at this foolishness. And what is it with all these bobblehead shits, Umar? They say support truly independent Pan Africanist academies. Well, he just put this together. Look at what he was. Look at what he wrote. Look at what he wrote. He was scrambling putting this shit together. He said, support truly independent Pan Africanist academies. Hey, Bougie, no, he just posted this. I'm not making it up. I wouldn't do that. He posted this 52 minutes ago on his Instagram page. It got 20 hearts. Then it says PayPal me. You got to get because they need the money. And then he has the audacity and the unmitigated gall to have himself sitting at some sort of a desk with his bobblehead looking, holding I don't know, why are you holding the Africa? And then it got on there, Dr. Umar Ifatunde, school psychologist. This guy, he delusional. I'm gonna have to just take Pan-Africanist he put this shit together quick. He said, "Oh, they going in on me. They making fun. They're letting the cook with chat. They go. Indigo's in there too. Kiara's in there. Be highly opinionated. I'm gonna have to put this together. Swagonito's in here." So he typed it out real quick. He said, "Support truly independent Pan-Africanist academies." And then he has the nerve, ladies and gentlemen, to put on there Dr. Umar Ifatunde, school psychologist. He ain't got no sense. He's not a school psychologist. His beard looked like Black Santa Claus. We need to stop this. We need to stop this. Umar, you know your beard don't look like that. Cut it out. Patchy ass beard. You got this beard up here. You up here. You look like a munchkin. You look like a black conscious Ewok. We need to stop this. He got chains on and beads and a gold medallion. What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? This has to stop. All right. Everybody say hi to Umar. Listen, Umar, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. Okay? You have no shame. You need to stop this. This guy put this together so fast that he spelled Pan-Africanist as it's a Pan-Africanist. That's really what it is. Pan-Africanist. And then, good call. I didn't even see it. And he got the nerve to have on a wedding ring. Okay, Umar, cut it out. Cut it out. You got to stop this, homeboy. Got a little notepad down there. That's what he gonna order from Walmart. That's what it is. You need to stop. All right. Umar, he a trip. He a trip. Shout out to James. He sent it to me. You ain't got no shame. Okay. Another one of the thrilling misadventures of Dr. Ifatunde. Yeah. It's always something with this guy. It's always something. And it just doesn't stop. He has no self-awareness. Even for him to put that up there, that shows no self-awareness. For him to be standing outside looking like a pookie when renovations are supposedly complete, it shows just no self-awareness whatsoever. No, and it's always something with this guy. It's a bad look. Now, some people, they're not going to see it for what it is because they're used to Umar being out there, you know, begging for money out in the cold. In this case, it's cold. Who knows how cold it was on that day? He's cold. See, but like we've been saying, if renovation is complete, he should be inside. It's almost 7 years later. It's crazy. Thank you, the solid slug. User225 says, does User225 have melanated drip? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even want to know what you're talking about. Okay, you do get a pass though, so you're good. Thank you, User225. Deacon Weasel says, dope man looking for Umar. He owe him money. Yeah, but there's plenty of times where Umar's out there and he's looking over his shoulder. And I'll propose, I don't know, I'm just proposing it. Okay, I'll speculate that there have been times where he owes the plug money, and that's why he's looking around like that. Not all the time. Okay? He be owing other people money too. That's why I have the different people have come out talking about how Umar owed him money. A lot of women that said that Umar owed them money. He sexually exploits black women. He financially exploits black women. I'll propose that even the FDMG school scam is a form of financial exploitation of the black community as a whole. Now that's devious. Thank you, Deacon Weasel. Okay, now where are we? Because okay, so and we still got about 20 minutes. So I want to show you guys this video right here. This is Umar's excuse for why the Moyer sign is still up there. And we showed the video from Enterprise where he drives by and the Moyer sign is still up there in 2026. But we're going to go back to 2021, and I'm going to skip through to find out where Umar talks about this because he gets upset about it. Okay, here we go.
Now, to the coon who just asked that question, I'm going to answer it.
They already asked the question. Yeah. Isn't that the shirt he wore for the photo shoot? I think it is for the Awaken movie with Marianne Lorian. It looks like that same shirt. I could be wrong.
I don't usually respond to coons because I'm too intelligent for the nonsense, but I'm going to answer that question. The question is, if we own this school, why haven't we take down the Moyer Academy sign on the side of the building? Now, people with intelligence already know the answer to that. People with intelligence already know the answer to that, but I'm going to indulge this coon.
Here he goes.
Black power. The reason I will not be removing the Moyer Academy sign on the building of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. The reason the original name of the school is still up on the side with the picture of the ancestor, I believe he is. Forgive me.
You believe he is?
If he isn't. I believe Dr. Moyer, Reverend Moyer, is an ancestor. His picture is still there. The reason I'm not going to take it down is because he is an ancestor who this school is named after.
What? That's his excuse. No, he's just lazy. That's what he comes up with.
He is an ancestor who this school is named after. It was attorney Theo Gregory, former city council president for Wilmington, Delaware, attorney Theo Gregory, who raised the $13 million to create this school.
No, they renovated the buildings. All right, I already have receipts on all of that. That was back in 2008.
11 years ago.
So he's saying 11 years ago, that goes back to 2010. Okay, that's not accurate, Umar. Unless you're talking about when the school opened the second time, but the renovations of those buildings had already, I can pull it up and show you guys because it's in the documentary, but the renovations for those buildings had already been completed by 2000. I'm looking at the timeline right now. It closes in 2010 and it reopens in 2012. Umar doesn't know what he's talking about. Initially opened in 2006. They did renovation work on those buildings. Actually, it could have opened in 2005. It's 2005 or 2006. I explained that inside the documentary how it's the research. There's conflicting information on that. But the point is that by 2006, it opens in 2006, but it doesn't open at those actual buildings because they end up moving to what we know now as the FDMG Bandos. But that didn't take place until 2008. Okay, renovations were taking place between 2000 of those buildings between 2006 and 2008. So that by 2008 they move into those buildings, and they stay open from 2008 through 2010. But Umar, he's saying 10 years ago. I think he said 10 years ago. He said 10 or 11. Let me see.
$13 million to create this school 11 years ago.
Okay, no, that's not accurate. 11 years would go back to 2020. Excuse me. From this video, it would go back to 2010. I apologize. That's when it closed for the first time. So Umar, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Renovations for that project, those were completed by 2008.
Theo Gregory built these 4 buildings, not Dr. Umar and his donors. And
ooh, I need this video. By the way, Theo Gregory didn't build anything. They renovated the buildings. I'm so tempted to pull it up and show you guys.
he named it after an icon, a freedom fighter, a civil rights leader in Wilmington, Delaware. So if he named this school after one of our ancestors here in Wilmington, who am I to take the sign down? That sign is going to stay there because that sign represents not only Reverend Moyer and the work he did for Africans in Delaware, it represents my big brother, former city council president, attorney Theo Gregory.
Your big brother.
Him. Because had he not done this, we wouldn't be here. Had he not built the Moyer Academy, there would be no Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. So to the anus.
Whoa. Here we go. Room 130. Yeah, this is an important video. And this does look like the same shirt he had on. That's the same shirt, isn't it? This is in 2023 when he went to go record the that's the same shirt. When he went to go record for the Awaken movie, Sister Mary Ann Lorian. It's the same shirt.
Next the question.
Yeah, it is. All right, let me go back. Umar talking real reckless.
Academy. So to the anus who asked the question. To the rectum who asked the silly ass question.
Man, I should pull up that video where Umar, he was talking real crazy. He was calling me a booty bandit and all this stuff. You should have heard his voice too. He said some other stuff. I can't even repeat what he said because no heterosexual man gonna be talking like that. Now, I don't even think gay dudes be talking like that. Real talk. Any gay guys in here? I don't think y'all even be talking like that. Umar, he's like, anyway, let's keep going.
Why is the sign still up on the building, you silly ass coon? The reason the sign is up on the building is because if it wasn't for that man and the man who put the sign up there and built this school, we wouldn't be here. Period, point blank, end of story.
He always gets so upset about stuff. All right, let me just play this, but just so we can have historical context. Okay, we will get to the video today because I won't plan on live streaming tomorrow, but we're gonna have to take a little bit more time. But I want to play this just so people can get a context if you haven't seen this in terms of the Moyer Academy. Umar, he's not accurate what he's talking about. No, these buildings were not built; they were renovated, and I'm going to show you guys proof right now. Here we go.
Maurice J. Moyer Academy opens. Rough draft. Reverend Maurice J. Moyer was born on August 8, 1918 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. From 1960 through 1964, he served as president of the Wilmington, Delaware branch of the NAACP. He also marched with Martin Luther King, Jr. He founded the first Black Presbyterian church in Delaware and served as the church's pastor for 46 years. In August 2006, the Maurice J. Moyer Academy opened in Wilmington, Delaware.
The Maurice J. Moyer Academy is named after Reverend Moyer, who founded the Community Presbyterian Church in the late 50s, of course. Very prominent civil rights leader in the 60s. We chose Reverend Moyer, given the fact that our theme of the school is health, science, and technology. Reverend Moyer being a pastor, therefore he's a healer. And we thought it would be fitting to name the school after him. Also, Reverend Moyer, as he grew his congregation over the years, was very much involved in the community with children. With that, we have a school that the configuration will be 6th through 12th grade. We're starting with 6th, 7th, and 9th grade this year. Next grade year, we'll add 8th and 10th.
The Maurice J. Moyer Academy was a tuition-free charter school, and the students who attended were from an impoverished community. The academy itself was dependent on volunteer participation.
We're located in an urban community. Much of our population come from low socioeconomic background. Therefore, we need school assistants to assist us in monitoring the school climate. We need volunteer tutors. We need volunteer substitute teachers. We have a uniform school, so therefore, many of our students cannot keep their uniforms up to par. First and secondly, many of our students cannot properly purchase sufficient number of uniforms. So we need money for that also at this point in time.
As stated before, the students who attended Maurice J. Moyer Academy were from an impoverished community. Originally, the Maurice J. Moyer Academy was located on Vanderveer Avenue. Students were taught in modular classrooms.
And I'm just panning the room here. The Maurice Moyer Academy at the moment is set up on Vanderveer Avenue in Wilmington. And these are modular classrooms, but there are extensive architectural plans to expand the school and move it to another location.
While the Maurice J. Moyer Academy opened on Vanderveer Avenue in 2006, it ultimately changed location to 610, 611, and 601 East 17th Street. Plans were made to purchase and renovate existing buildings located on 17th Street. The largest of those buildings was previously owned by Hercules, Inc. Hercules, Inc. was a...
All right, so I just want to make a point that nothing was built. Okay, these buildings were renovated from in and around 2006 through 2008. They probably started renovation in 2007. Then is that right? 2006. Yeah, I may be getting it wrong. I got to pull up my timeline again. But Umar, he doesn't even know the history of these buildings. Right, and one of the reasons why these buildings are problematic to even to this day is because the company that owned these buildings prior to them being renovated was a musician, and because this whole area, there's a lot of toxification that is taking place because this used to be an industrial town. I mean, it still is to a degree, but I mean, it's extreme industrial. You know, I'm going to mention something else in just a moment.
2006, it ultimately changed location to 610, 611, and 601 East 17th Street. Plans were made to purchase and renovate existing buildings located on 17th Street.
Again, this is 2008 when they finally move here, but they do renovations in advance. So it opens in 2006. They had modular classrooms, and in between 2006 and 2008, there's renovation that takes place, and then they move into these buildings in 2008. Right. So no one built anything; they just renovated the buildings, and not that that's a bad thing per se. But Umar, he just over exaggerates things, okay, over and over and over again. Okay. All right, let's start winding this down. So there's one other video I wanted to show you outside of the main video. We'll come back to the main video in just a moment. Umar, he showed in another video he showed his office, what is going to be his office. But I just want to show you that there was a time where Umar was trying to turn one of the small rooms inside of the small gym into an office.
And what do y'all call that again? The cold
base.
Cold base.
He don't know nothing.
You think y'all gonna be able to switch it in the offices?
I don't know how much you got.
Okay.
I don't know how much you got. Cause I did a hotel up in Gettysburg that we used like a bunch of cold base. But
Okay.
Big rolls.
I got you.
I don't really like the rolls, but for the amount of linear feet that I needed.
Right. Okay. Okay. Because if it's up to me, if we limited on it and we got to choose between the gym and the office.
So he always trying to get some sort of a deal or just skim stuff, whereas he doesn't have to. He's something else.
Offices, I say do the offices because y'all just did the carpet. You feel me? Give it that nice finish. There you go, Bobby, right there.
Let's do like whatever, man.
What you thinking on that code base, Bobby? You got enough to do the whole gym, or we just gonna do the offices today? Or
this is 2021, September 29th of 2021.
Yeah.
I brought white and I brought some dark gray.
Okay.
Yo, I got you to hook up just now. I made some phone calls.
Okay.
And I make the phone call to when I was here.
Okay.
You're gonna be here for at least an hour.
Yeah.
This bull coming down here, his name is Mookie.
Uh-huh.
He owns half of Chester.
Okay.
He's probably younger than you.
His name is Mookie. Mookie coming through, family. Mookie. Okay, let's start finishing up with this other video. Dope man looking. Oh yeah, we got that one earlier. Tell Umar to pay King Randall his $3,000 back. Yeah, he had scammed King Randall, who has a school. I don't know much about King Randall, but that'll be in a documentary for sure. Umar scammed him out of, it was a little bit, I think it was a little over 3,000. What happened was King Randall had an event and he had invited Umar to come out, and he was going to pay Umar a certain amount of money to come out. Umar wanted an advance, right? He wanted an advance payment. So he sent them $3,000 or something like that. I can't remember the exact figures. Umar decides not to show up. And then he keeps the money. And then when King Randall reaches out to him later, it's not right away, but he reaches out to him later. You guys should see how Umar responded and what he posted in there. Just devious. It's always been about money with this guy. It's not about helping black people or helping the black community or saving black boys. He took $3,000 out of King Randall's coffers and didn't provide a service that he had agreed to provide, and then does not give the money back. And that's $3,000 that he's taking away from these boys at King Randall School. That's how devious Umar is. No shame. Yep. Thank you, Andrea. Ms. Bergen says that the next Umar project should be entitled Acts of Desperation. Well, that's what he is right now. That would be hilarious, like a short comedy movie featuring all the characters. Yeah, I know. There's been so many characters too, but he's in desperation mode. That's why he's doing all of this. It's the court case, mainly. I would propose that it's mainly the court case. Also, just with the trajectory of all of this. Last year was different. He almost lost these buildings last year because he didn't pay bills. He had the money to pay the bills too. He just didn't decide not to pay them. But that's how Umar lives. He lives like that. See, when it got to the what they call it, the 12th hour or 11th hour, whatever they say, Umar, he just went on ahead and paid it. Allegedly, it was $38,388.22, but he could have paid that years ago. So right now he was feeling the pressure big time last year with everything that took place, and now he's feeling the added pressure. So yeah, he's in desperation mode, and I can tell too. That's why he's so angry. He should be thankful and joyful and celebratory, but that's not. He's angry. Right? Thank you, Ms. Bernican, for super chat. Appreciate it. Be highly opinionated. Said it's cold as F outside, and he got a hoodie on. Oh, I forgot. Umar part werewolf bear. Yeah, he's fine. Also, notice his desk is outside of the school on that picture post. I didn't even notice that. Let me go pull that back up. You're absolute, and it makes sense because he don't be doing nothing inside. He ain't got no office inside. He ain't got no desk inside. So for whatever reason, Umar has his desk outside, I guess, in the middle of the street. I did not even notice that. People got signs back there, unapologetically African, Black Power, FDMG Frederick Douglass. Anyway, he says support truly independent Pan-Africanist. That's what it is. Pan-Africanist academies. 6 degrees. Okay? That's y'all's principle. Right? That's a good catch. Be highly opinionated. I didn't even notice that, but it's true. All right. Thank you for the soup chat. I appreciate it. TLJ says it is so funny how every time he does a video, he always acts like someone is speaking to him. Yeah, I have been noticing the pattern every time. Pay attention. Yeah, no, it's true. The thing is that from what I know of Umar and researching Umar, he's a recluse. And I knew this before I knew this before Sister Lene mentioned this, and shout out to Sister Lene. I already knew this about Umar. Umar, he doesn't like being around people unless he's in a position where they're giving him praise and adoration. But in normal circumstances, he'll stay home in mama claws, and he'll sit around, lay on the couch, and watch movies. One time, someone asked him, "What are your hobbies?" He says, "Oh, I like to take naps and watch movies. I like to watch movies and take naps, scary movies." He likes horror movies, which makes sense with his sadistic. He's just so sadistic. Anyway, understand that when he's online, that's really his social time. He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have. I mean, he has children, but he's not an active participant. He doesn't have any friends. He admits that. He admits that in the 2019 school announcement video. He says, "I don't have any friends. I have my mama. That's it." That's the enmeshment issues. But socially, he doesn't have anything outside. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have coworkers that he talks to or anything like that. Everything is on his phone. Mainly, it's on his phone. So the point that I'm making is that when he's live streaming, that's the only time where he feels like he's connected to people. And so it becomes social. And in his own mind, it's like people are talking to him. And he's talking to people. That's another reason why Umar, mentally, he's not equipped to open up a school. Because you have to, if you're going to put together a project like this, you're going to have to be sociable. You're going to have to know how to talk to people. Umar don't know how to talk to people. You're going to have to be able to talk to people. You're going to be able to have to organize. You know how to organize. You have to have some sort of a social decorum. Umar doesn't have that. He has no self-awareness. He'd be talking crazy. That's a good point right here. It's a good point. And we can notice this over and over again with Umar. You know, it's almost as if he lives in his phone. Thanks, TL. Full soup chat. Okay. Okay, now we're going to finish up the last video now. We're doing good on time. Probably here for another 10 minutes. Here we go.
As long as
so he's outside and then he gets into the
weaving
car.
her damn head. Y'all better stop playing with me today. Y'all better stop playing with me today.
Yeah, he's cold.
Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan Africanism Parkway.
Here he goes again.
Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan Africanism Parkway. Ifatunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan Africanism Parkway. Y'all know what it's about. We going for inspection this month. Where the school at? We gonna see in a minute.
Yeah, so on February 3rd, when he recorded this video, the temperature in Wilmington, the high was 34 degrees and the low was approximately 15 degrees. Crazy. Well, he looked bad too, don't he?
Pray for FDMG.
Yeah, turn that heater on, that rental.
I love Ghana. We got any Ghanaian queens in the Philadelphia, Delaware area?
Here you
Do
go.
we have any Ghanaian sisters in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware?
You know, he keep doing his hand like that. This is weird.
Northern Maryland area. Do we have any Ghanaian queens? Do we got any West African queens in the Jersey, PA, Delaware, Northern Maryland? Light skin is fine as long as they conscious. Light skin is fine as long as they conscious. Okay, the only way light skin is not fine is if you only dating my sister because she's light skinned. Because if you only dating my sister because she's light skinned, now you are objectifying our fair skinned sisters. You're supposed to be dating her for her character.
He's the last person that needs to be talking about objectification. He does it to the extreme. I'll cover that in the next segment of the documentary. He's something else.
Her integrity, her spirit, her goals, her commitment to the race. But if you only dating a fair-skinned sister, if you only dating a butterscotch queen, a sunshine's queen, a lemon.
Here we go. That's all objectification, Umar. I break this down aside the next segment of the document. This is all objectification because what he's doing is he's reducing skin color down to flavors of treats, flavors of ice cream. He does the same thing with the black women's private parts, the objectification. First of all, he reduces y'all to your private parts, but then he calls them cookies. That's a further reduction. And cookie is a what? It's a treat. And then he gives flavors to these cookies. Sometimes it's like cookies and ice cream or something with this guy. He's a weirdo. He's a real weirdo. So I've never seen anyone make this leap from, because people objectify women all the time. I'm saying when you objectify, and I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it happens. I've never seen someone take the leap from objectifying a woman, reducing them down to their private parts, calling their private part cookies, and then giving flavors to those cookies based upon the skin color, which would be the skin color of the vajayjay. I'm telling you, this guy, he's sick. Something for y'all to think about. He's sick.
queen, a white chocolate queen. If you're only dating the white chocolate queens for their complexion, then you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. But as for me, I could care less. I don't care if the Cinnabons are butterscotch. I don't
There
care
you
if the
go.
Cinnabons are lemon. I don't care if the...
Okay, so now it's Cinnabons. It reduces you down to Cinnabons. Skin color, Cinnabons. Cinnabons is also a euphemism for vajayjay. Or maybe possibly the backside. I don't know. We were trying to figure it out before. I don't even know.
Cinnabons are African vanilla or white chocolate. I don't care if the Cinnabons are fudge, pistachio, butter almond, butter pecan, nutmeg, or cinnamon, agave.
Sweet brown sugar. Go on ahead. You freaky frog.
Sweet brown sugar, light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, as long as they are all natural Cinnabons. Brothers and sisters, hit the PayPal for FD.
See? Money, food, sex. I already told people. Money, food, sex.
FDMG. PayPal.me/FDMG school. PayPal.me/FDMG. I'm talking about the Cinnabons you eat at the store, my brother. Get your mind out the gutter.
See, someone checking him in his chat room. No, that's not what you're talking about. Everybody know what we talking. What you need? That's what you call gaslighting. Hit the one. He does that a lot.
I'm talking about the Cinnabons you eat at the store, my brother. Get your mind out the gutter. You could text me at 215-989-9858. You could text me at 215-989-9858. Make sure you sign up for the Dr. Umar Instagram Book Club. Make sure you sign up for the Dr. Umar Instagram Book Club. Make sure you sign up for the Dr. Umar Instagram Book Club, $9.99 a month. If you join my Instagram, you are automatically in the book club. If you join my Instagram, you are automatically in the
There you go, holding his hand like that. That's weird. I hope he all right.
book club. The first book is Miseducation of the Negro, and I will be going live, subscribers only, one day this week to talk about the first 3 chapters of Miseducation of the Negro. So make sure you order Miseducation of the Negro by the father of Black History Month, Negro History Week, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Make sure you do that, family. Okay, make sure you could get the book for $5 online. You can get the book for $5 online.
I read that book back in 1993. Cut it out, Umar.
Miseducation of the Negro. You got to sign up on my Instagram, $9.99.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something's going. That's what I'm saying. I was a little concerned about that. Someone said he has an open sore on that hand. I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that. Maybe he does have something going on. Something's not right though. I thought it was just he's trying to show the flag, but he keeps doing it.
Make sure you sign up for the Dr. Umar Instagram Book Club, $9.99 a month.
Yeah, something's going on. Yeah.
If you join my Instagram, you are automatically in the book club. If you join my Instagram, you are automatically in the book club. The first book is Miseducation of the Negro, and I will be going live, subscribers only, one day this week to talk about the first 3 chapters of Miseducation of the Negro. So make sure you order Miseducation of the Negro by the father of Black History Month, Negro History Week.
It might be the cold though, because he has a serious issue with cold weather. I remember one time I had the video where he's speaking somewhere and they have a fan to I guess to cool him off. And he's like, where's that wind or draft coming from? And he told him to turn it off. So there's something, that's just how he is. You know, most men, we can stand more extreme temperatures, but for whatever reason, Umar can't, especially the cold. And then when it's hot, he sweats a lot. You know, I think it's just an issue of temperature regulation with his body. I also think he doesn't have much muscle mass either, so that's a factor too.
Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Make sure you do that, family. Okay, make sure you could get the book for $5 online. You can get the book for $5 online, Miseducation of the Negro. You got to sign up on my Instagram, $9.99 to be an Instagram member. You're automatically in the book club when you subscribe to my Instagram. You're automatically in the book club when you subscribe.
I thought he was going to say you're automatically in the book of Negroes.
Subscribe to my Instagram, okay?
What?
All right, that's how that works. $9.99 a month on Instagram. The first book is Miseducation of the Negro. So we have gotten acquisition, renovation, acquisition, rehabilitation of the school. We will be going for our final building inspections this month. God willing. And then we have 2 more stages, decorations and
oh shit. He done added another one. He added another one. You see what he's doing? He done changed it. Y'all want to see the receipt? Hit the one. This guy, he's something else. Some of y'all who've been around a while, you know what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all. Boy, Umar, he ain't got no shame. None. Let's go to the 25-minute, 20-second mark of this video right here. Watch this.
From Anderson, Carolina.
And this is what we're going to cover on the main video that we cover on Saturday, outside of if Umar goes live. Watch this.
Okay, we have Amanda Smith with a $100 check. I'm only going to read a few of these. I just want to show you the type of love that we have gotten over the past 4 years. And
he's putting donations. He's writing them down inside of these notebooks, not digitized.
Brothers and sisters, we can't stop now. We have to keep on going because we have the school, but the school has to be renovated. So there's 3 stages in this process.
Got him. This guy, he's such a scammer. This just extends it even further.
There is acquisition, there is restoration, there's operations. There is acquisition, there's restoration, there is operations. There is acquisition, okay? There is restoration, and there is operation. We have acquired the building. We have succeeded in our first goal.
There you go with that.
It took us 4.5 years, but everything is in divine timing, brothers and sisters.
That's a lie, too. It didn't take him 4.5 years. That's 2019. He conceptualized in 2014. It took him 15 years.
We have acquired the school. So keep on donating, brothers and sisters. Do not send donations to my cash.
All right. So he says 3 stages: acquisition, restoration, which is renovations, acquisition, restoration, and operations. But now, and this video is from February 9th, 2019. Here we are in February 5th of 2026, almost 7 years later, and Umar done flipped the script. Listen to what he says now.
acquisition, rehabilitation of the school. We will be going for our final building inspections this month, God willing. And then we have 2 more stages, decorations and renovations. Are y'all ready for decorations?
Wow, this guy, he's something else. Incredible.
We've accomplished acquisition. We purchased the school. We accomplished renovations. We're ready for our final inspection. Now we got to go to
man, renovations aren't complete, but damn.
Decorations, brothers and sisters. We got to raise money for the
man, this guy, he don't stop. He don't stop. Man.
Decorations, the school furniture, the library books, the furniture and equipment. It's time to decorate. If you have a decoration you want to donate to the school, an African mask, an African painting, an African statue, your black book collection, text me a picture of your possible donation and I will let you know if we can use it or not. If you have a painting that you
see him rocking back and forth, this is withdrawal symptoms. He's just trying to come up with something to get money out of people. You see him rocking back and forth?
You think would be beautiful in our school, if you have a statue, if you have a drum, if you got some books that you think would go nice inside of the school, text me a picture of the donation and I'll let you know if we can use it at the school. 215-989-9858 is my direct cell. 215-989-9858 is my direct cell. 215-989-9858 is my direct cell. Sister Melanie McCullough, I can get funding. I'm not looking for funding, baby. In case
here he goes.
You don't know who I am. In case you don't know who I am. In case you don't, I am a revolutionary Pan Africanist, my sister. We do not take donations from other people. We solve our problems ourselves. We do not take donations from
go get a job
from other people. We solve our problems ourselves. We do not take donations from other people. Not from the government, not from Walmart, not from Mercedes-Benz, not from Bill Gates. We don't take donations. We solve our problems ourselves. I know black people don't have a self-determination bone in our body.
Here you go. Got to disparage black people.
I know we forgot what do for self means, but the FDMG Academy is a do for self school. We are not a government funded charter school. We are not.
Okay, you're not a school. That's Brother Jose calling him. You're not a school.
Not a government funded charter school. Safe and sound, safe and sound.
What in the world? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I just looked it up. I don't know. Anyone have any in the chat room? Let me know. I have no idea. Doesn't sound good. I know that.
Not a government funded charter school. Safe and sound, safe and sound. Dr. Umar speaking.
What is going on here? It starts playing.
Dr.
Is he playing on the phone again? With nobody on there? It's always something with this guy.
Not a government funded charter school. Safe and sound, safe and sound. Dr. Umar speaking. We are not
Umar.
Dr. Umar is the name, my brother, not Umar. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, you really answered the phone.
Who am I speaking to?
This Latrell from Milwaukee.
Brother Latrell, how you doing, King? What can I do for you?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Okay, I see what happened. Latrell was listening to the live. That's what it was, and it was a delay. It's always something. What's up, Yellow Man?
I just want to give you your flowers. I didn't know you was going to answer the phone for real, man. I came to speak at Milwaukee when I was like...
Here you go. Look at him with that nose. Umar's agitated, too. He don't want to talk.
12, 13
go on and sniff, Umar.
years old, man, and I'll never forget it. But I think
what year was that? What year was that, King? What year I was in Milwaukee? Shout out to my Milwaukee
Here he go.
Africans at. My Oshkosh Africans, my Milwaukee.
There you go.
What year was that, King?
That was probably 2012.
About 2012?
2013.
Okay, you're talking about my first visit to Milwaukee. It probably was around, yeah. Where Sister Cheryl did that. Shout out to Sister Cheryl. She hosted my first couple of events in Milwaukee, man. Milwaukee, they jam-packed them Dr. Umar events in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a Dr. Umar city. I need to come on back there. I need to come on back. But let me
he won't even let him talk.
ask you this. If I come back, I need a space to speak at.
Here he go. Most requested, begging.
We got a spot that can seat about 500 out there.
Yeah, I know that's a good point right there. Listen to the caller. He said he was 12 or 13 years old. Umar still no school. He grown now.
100%. For sure.
This is what I want you to do. Well, you got my number because you just called me. I want you to text me your name and number. All right?
Okay.
Text me your name and number. Make sure you put Milwaukee, and I'm going to hit you up and see what space we got, and we're going to go ahead and make Milwaukee happen because I ain't spoken Milwaukee since the first anniversary of the Jacob Blake shooting. Remember the brother Jacob Blake who got shot, but thank God he survived in Milwaukee? Kenosha, Wisconsin. Remember that? Kenosha, Wisconsin, yeah. Jacob Blake. Well, I was up there marching with his father on the first anniversary of that. And that night I spoke in Milwaukee.
So that was like 2021, I think it is. So me and you, we got to go ahead and set up the Dr. Umar return.
Umar said 2021, but this guy said 2000 anyway.
So make sure you text me, bro. I got you.
I'm gonna text you right now, man.
All right, my
Man,
brother. Be
appreciate
safe,
you,
King. No problem. Thanks for coming. All right now. One love.
Hey, Umar, he don't look well at all.
That's my Milwaukee Africans. That's my Milwaukee Africans checking in. Where my Milwaukee Africans at? No caller ID. This might be a coon. Dr. Umar speaking.
Yo, Dr. Umar.
Yes, sir. Who am I speaking with, family?
Milwaukee Africans checking in. You talking to Obama?
Obama who? Barack Obama?
Yeah, young brother.
Okay, you don't sound like Barack Obama, brother. You might be cooning. Are you cooning on my live, my brother?
Nah, the snow bunnies never.
Snow bunnies.
Umar's beard be patchy.
Never. Where you at? Where you at? What city? Talk to me. Where you at?
Georgia with it. We in Georgia with it. No,
we in
nobody.
Georgia. What city? What city in Georgia? Is we ATL? We in Atlanta.
We
Shout out
in
to
the
my
A.
Atlanta Africa.
You know how we get down to Atlanta? Anyway, that's
Zone 3.
You remember Umar said that? All right.
Put it on. You feel me?
I love Atlanta. I'm gonna be coming back to Atlanta real soon. Real soon.
When you come down there, just let me know.
I got you. Text me a name and put Atlanta on this so I can lock you in.
I got you, brother.
All right, King. Be safe.
You too.
All right now. Peace and Pan Africanism. This is the Dr. Umar. Peace and Pan Africanism. This is Dr. Umar. Who am I speaking with?
What's going on?
Yep, that nose. Yep.
Dr. Umar, this D'Angelo from DC.
D'Angelo from DC. What's going on in DC, D'Angelo?
Not much.
Damn. I think Umar waiting on the plug.
Hey, my boy came out there to do some work for you at the school. I think he was trying to do some electrical work. Remember I text you a picture?
Okay. I think I remember. We ended up using
He's sniffing again. His audio went out.
To DC and March, just say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's an event going down. I'm not going to be scheduled to speak at that event, but we could definitely set up something the day before, the day after. The question is, where can we do the free event at? Where can we do it at?
There you go.
My boy, he wanted to get you on his podcast, Dr. Umar. I've been texting you about it.
All he got to do is text me.
Sometimes.
All he got to do is text me, and we can set it up.
Okay, all right. So you say you're not gonna speak at that event in March, though?
I don't think I'm scheduled to speak. I think I'm only scheduled to attend, but we can set up something the day before, the day after. You feel me? I could just come down a day early or leave a day later.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give you a text. I'm gonna shoot you a text now.
Okay, King, no doubt.
All right, appreciate you, Dr.
All right, brother.
Be
Likewise. Safe. Thanks, bro. All right. Who said I need to comb my beard? Come comb my beard for me, baby. Who want to come comb my beard? Because if I got to run the school, I need an army of queens that's going to take care of Dr. I need 5 queens. I need 5 queens who are going to be the Ifa Tunde Queendom. They're going to take care of everything. My food, my beard, no hanky-panky.
See? Food, sex. He always has to do that.
No hanky-panky. Peace and love. This is Dr. Umar. Who am I speaking with?
Briefly Billy, bro.
Peace and love, brother. Where you calling from?
There you go with that nose.
I'm calling from Boston, sir.
Boston. Shout out to my Boston Africans. I love Boston, my brother. I love Boston. What's going on up there?
I'm doing good. Hey man, I'm your biggest fan, man. The biggest fan. I love watching your videos, sir.
I appreciate
love watching
you.
Your videos.
I'm gonna be coming back real soon. I got to get with my brother Chris up there, but I'm gonna be coming back to Boston. It might be this month. It might be Black History.
He just making this up.
3 months. So text me your name and text me your name and put Boston so I can put you in my contacts to make sure you get the flyer once we confirm.
Okay, yes sir. All right. I'll text you, sir.
Be safe, King. All right, now.
Too,
one love.
He be short with the men, don't he?
Dr. Umar speaking. Who am I speaking with? I'm sorry, I hung up on you by accident. Dr. Umar speaking. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Scar, Dr. Umar.
What's going on, King? Where you at in the world? Where you calling from?
Man, I'm from Philly, man. What's up
From
with
Philly.
you,
What
man?
part of Philly? What part of Philly?
I'm from West, baby.
West Side. Shout out to West Philly. You know what I mean? I was in middle school in West Philly, Bieber Middle School, 59th and Malvern. Up top.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hilltop.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yes,
I feel it. I had a question though.
Go ahead. What's up?
Like, why you don't like white people? Like,
no, I love everybody, brother.
Here we go. Okay, let me do these super chats so that way when we're done with it, we're almost done with this. That way we can be up out of here. Let's see. TJ says it is so funny. Okay, I got this one. Thank you so much, TJ. What's up, Big Dave? Says he likes watching Lenon horror movies and sleeping. You know, he really does. He said he likes to watch horror movies. Oh, that makes sense. Lenon horror. Okay, thanks, Big Dave. YouTube Divine says cookies, this and that. Umar Johnson's favorite cookie is all right. Randy, what's up? Randy says, wow, he's literally shaking like a bowl of jello. Yeah, I think he's having withdrawal symptoms in this particular video. I think he's probably waiting on the plug. That's what I think. Thank you, Randy. Andrea says, Umar knows his audience. I feel for any donors. Yeah, it's sad. It really is. You know, and him extending this scam now, he's saying there's another phase to this. That's in and of itself, it just proves my case that Umar, he wants to do this indefinitely. And if he has to add, you know, new phases to opening up the school, he'll do that. Now he's talking about how they have to get, I guess, decorations and furniture and all this other stuff. But that's Umar. Thank you, Andrea. Sonia says, buy desks. Didn't someone offer him free desks? Yes, they sure did. Thousands of dollars. I can't remember what we calculated all together, but it was thousands of dollars of worth of desk. Yeah, Umar, that's the thing. Now he's in what he's positioning himself to, the position he's put, the position that he's put. Let's see, where he's positioning himself is to where he can put in a certificate of occupancy or not and claim that he did, and then it's going to fail. Okay, they're not going to give it to him. But then he can say, okay, they didn't give me the certificate of occupancy, but that's okay. We're going to do the decorations. And while we're doing the decorations, we're going to be getting these little last things done. So make sure you donate for the decorations. And then he can extend this out even further. That's what I think. That's how he's positioning. That's what it looks like. Okay, we'll see on Saturday if he live streams, if he changes things. But that was remarkable. And he did it so effortlessly. He just slips it in. You know, instead of it being 3 phases, now it's 4 phases. Yeah, Umar, he's something else. And of course, desk would be part of this too, but there's people who've donated desk. You know, Umar doesn't care. And or they tried to, but he didn't you know, that's Umar. Thank you, Sonia, for the super chat. I appreciate it. TLJ says he paid people to call in. No one asked about the school. Yeah, at least so far. I mean, we still got maybe about 3 more minutes on this video, so maybe someone will call in and ask it. I mean, I wish they would. I wish they would. You know, they can ask them about the school. They can ask them how much money have you raised. They can, well, didn't you say back in February 2019 that there were 3 phases? Now you're saying it's 4 phases. What's up with that? Okay. We'll see. Let me do something real quick. What was that called? I think it was called something like that. Yeah, I'm just looking up something else real quick. Okay, thank you, TLJ, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, let's finish this video up and we'll be done. By the way, let me go ahead and close this poll out. The poll question was, do you think Umar will do a full tour to show that the buildings have been completely renovated? We had 1,736 votes. 12% said yes. 88% said no. Okay, thanks to everyone who voted on the poll. I appreciate it. We have 681 likes. Let's try to see if we can get to 700. We need 19 more before we get up out of here. We got maybe about 2 minutes left on this video, and then we'll do an outro song, and we'll be up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. All right, thank you guys so much. Everyone inside the Cook Fresh chat. Thanks to the Miles for handling business as well. All right, let's finish this up. Here we go.
I don't dislike white people. I just say
let me not say that. You're right. Let me not say that. I mean, like, why you don't indulge in what's the word? Interracial couples. Why you don't indulge in that?
Do you care about the future of the black community?
Yeah, of course.
Do you care about
we black men?
Right. So if you care about the future of the black family, why would you make a family with anything other than a black woman? It's not hatred for anyone else. It's about self-love and self-preservation.
Okay, Umar, have you made a family with a black woman? I'll wait. Have you personally, Umar, have you personally made a family with the black woman? And the answer is no. You're 51. You've made 3 baby mamas, at least 3 baby mamas in Philadelphia alone, and a 3rd woman attempted to put you on child support. Excuse me, a 4th woman attempted to put you on child support. Those other 3 baby mamas had you on child support, got you on child support, had you on child support. But then that 4th woman attempted but was unsuccessful for some reason. And that's just in Philadelphia alone. Umar, have you raised a family? Have you committed to a black woman? Have you married a black woman? No, you're a baby mama creator. And it is extremely likely that he has more than 3 baby mamas around the world. Because just in Philly, he got 3.
Have you read the statistics lately? You hear what they predicting?
No.
They said by 2050, if black men continue to make babies with non-African women in this country, by 2050, most black people will be biracial who do not identify as black.
Because let's be clear about something. All black people in the United States of America who are descendants of slaves are biracial, Umar. Many others who are not descendants of slaves are biracial. Umar, you're biracial. You goofy. Frederick Douglass was biracial. You goofy. Cousin Stephen, allegedly, Cousin Stephen, was biracial. Grandpa Cicero, when he came over to the United States of America, and I have the document, he classified himself as a white Cuban. Umar. Even him using these terms is ridiculous anyway. But anyway, let's go.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you.
In 25 years, that's your lifetime, King. This is your lifetime. In 25 years, there will almost be no black people left. It will only be mixed race Africans who I love and accept, but most of them are not being raised as African. They're being raised.
Umar, you weren't raised as African, so cut it out.
As biracial. So they are loyal. Not even both sides. They loyal. They're going to be loyal to the white side.
Well, his beard is patchy. Mangy beard, patchy beard.
They're going to be loyal. Exactly. Okay. So if we keep on making babies with non-African women, there will be no black people left in about 25 years, bro. We're going to be done.
Okay. And you want to know why I asked?
That's so stupid. That's stupid. Look at his beard. My goodness.
Dr. Umar?
What's up?
Because, like,
I think he waiting on the plug, y'all.
You watch YouTube and see things on the internet, and it paints a narrative.
I think he about to get off real quick.
And so when you see different things,
see, man, this is some sad shit, y'all. It's sad. That's why he's having these physiological doing all this and look at me, he waiting on the plug.
It'll make you feel a way about somebody, but until you get to speak to that person and ask that person,
look like he honked for the plug.
You'll never know. That's why I asked, brother.
No, I appreciate it.
I don't dib and dab in the white snow. It was a genuine question. You were saying I've never jumped in white snow. I don't even like being cold, brother.
I feel you. I got a homework assignment for you, though.
I hear you. Let me hear it.
I need you to find a spot in West Philly, right?
Here he go. Most requested beggar.
Right.
That could seat about 100 young brothers. I want to have a young brothers conference.
A young brothers
conference. You feel me? Like 17 to 23 years old. You feel me? Because one thing I'm not liking, and this is not just Philly, this is all around the country, but I don't like y'all referring to yourselves, and I don't like people referring to y'all as YNs.
Umar, you can't talk because I can't even remember how many M-bombs he dropped on the SETI rant. Umar, he trying to act like me with the audio go out and keep running his mouth. He trying to be like me. But I think he's fixing it now. We're almost done, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. We got the 700 likes. Thank you guys so much. 710. Thank you. Yeah, don't look like no audio. I'll let it play. 7 to 710 to get to 720. Go 720, 720. 711, 711, 711. Go to 720, 720. 720, go to 711, 712. 712, 712. Go to 711, 720. Try to get 720, family. Umar ain't saying nothing. We're going to go ahead and do a like drive right here. 720, go to 720. We're going to go for 750, 750, 750, 715. Okay, we've got 715, 715, 720, 720. 720, 720, 720. We're almost done here, family. 717. 717. We're almost at the seller right now. We're going to 720, go to 720, family. 720, 720. Someone said it went down. It went -2. Yeah, Umar ain't no audio. We'll watch the rest. It's only about 20 more seconds on here. Umar, he's focused on something else anyway. He's trying to get up out of there. Yes, it's weird listening to him and you can't hear nothing because he always yelling. Yeah. His phone was like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm done with this." Okay, it's about to be done. All right. And he just ended because he was ready to go toot. He wanted to go tooting. All right. Thank you guys again for tuning on in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got that one. Thank you so much, TLJ. And then Jazz says, notice he only focuses on black males who date out. Yeah, that's really to appease black women. Right? He does that. So he wants black women to feel special, but he sexually exploits them and financially exploits them. But he'll say stuff. This is what abusers do. They'll say some positive stuff that sounds supportive sometimes, but that's just to keep stringing these women along. But ultimately, he's disrespectful. He devalues women. He objectifies women. In this next segment for the documentary, you guys will see, because this goes all the way back to at least 2011, where he was using his platform as a speaker to groom black women for sexual exploitation. Okay, we're going to get in that next week for members only. All right, thank you so much, Jazz, for the super chat. Also, thanks to everyone else who sent in super chats. I appreciate all the support. If you send in CashApp, PayPal, thank you for that as well. I want to remind people, I don't plan on live streaming tomorrow, but I will be doing a marathon on Saturday. I'll set it up tomorrow. But we'll be getting together. We'll be here for many, many hours. And we're going to be getting into the 3 videos that Umar Johnson released in February of 2019, the school announcement video, the school promo video, and the outside tour, that big announcement that, everyone was so excited. And here we are at that point, when we get to Saturday, it'd be 7 years later, and not one black child's been educated. And then, of course, Umar, he stated, and he promised, but he's probably not going to do it because he lies all the time and he's a coward, that he was going to go live on Saturday to make a huge announcement. Even if he doesn't do that, that's fine. We got plenty to get into. And if he does, then we'll cover those videos on Saturday. All right. Thank you guys again for tuning on in. Also, I want to thank the mods for handling business. I really do appreciate it.
Yeller, they never told you who your father is. No, but I'll call you daddy if you want me to.
All right. And you know what time it is. Shout out to Cookie Crush Chat. Thanks you all again for tuning on in. Cookie Crush Chat's undefeated. We got the 739 likes. Let's see if we get to 750 before we get up out of here. Let's go.
Lights are rolling on a movie set today. Action cutting down the packing things away. Get into the red roof in room 130. Homie gonna sponge my hair real nice and make me look real pretty. Rose over hoes, ask how we roll. You know where we meet. At the Red Roof Inn in room 130. My guy gonna do my hair and make me look real pretty. Ain't no couch where he can sleep, but the bed real sturdy. So come and stay the night in room 130. Drink so big they barely fit the silver screen. Director yells, but as we end another scene. Red roof nights with me and the homie B. Sponge my hair all night. Probably won't get no sleep. Bros over who's, that's how we roll. Turning down the heat, you know where we meet. At the Red Roof Inn in room 130. My guy gonna do my hair and make me look real pretty. Ain't no couch where he can sleep, but the bed real sturdy. So come and stay the night in room 130. At the Red Roof Inn in room 130. My guy gonna do my hair and make me look real pretty. Ain't no couch where he can sleep, but the bed real sturdy. So come and stay the night in room 130.
All right, shout out to 51st. Yeah. Appreciate you. What's up, Honey Pop? Appreciate y'all. Shout out to all those people for putting this together. It's a masterpiece. Straight up masterpiece. What's up, people? All right, everyone. I will see you guys on Saturday. Hope to see you for the marathon. Okay, please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you guys again for tuning on, and thanks for all of the support. Okay, I appreciate it humbly. Okay, Lord give it, Lord take it. Thank you guys so much. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Take care. Peace.